Thursday night footy, baby. Let's get it. Bit of Thursday night footy coming on up. Let's do it, and we are rocking and rolling. Hey guys, how you going? So BKR Sport. We are here for some Thursday night footy, and this is going to be probably a really big one. This could be a really, really good game. I'm really looking forward to it because, this is probably the closest these two teams have been. Well, definitely been the closest these two teams have been this year because the Cowboys, when they last played the Sharkies, got absolutely whooped by about 40, 50 odd points. So, the Cowboys are playing in last chance season, really, for the top 8. Obviously, even if they were to lose tonight, they still wouldn't be out of the hunt. But both these teams, this is a massive game. Massive, massive game here where if the Sharks lose, there's not an opportunity for them to drop out of the 8. But it just throws it back out of whack for that last 2 games, man. We've only got 3 more rounds of the season. This is round 25, round 26, and then round 27. So yeah, you need to be winning these games, especially even if, you are going to make the finals anyway. You want to win these games so that you're ready. You're ready for the finals and you're ready to be winning games and you're in good form. The Rabbitohs need to start thinking about it. There's a massive game between them and the Knights later on this weekend on Sunday. So, yeah, big weekend coming on up here for teams like the Sharks, the Raiders, the Knights, Rabbitohs, the Cowboys, the Eels, and the Roosters as well. And you can make an argument for Manly as well, needing oh, geez, I'm starting to struggle here. But you can make an argument for Manly, obviously having a big game as well. So, yeah, massive weekend incoming. Massive weekend coming. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's go and have a look at these two team lines. Give me 1 second here. I'm still struggling to get rid of this cough that I've had for the last couple of weeks. But North Queensland Cowboys, they come into this game in 9th position, while the Sharkies, they come into this game in 5th position. Cowboys are $1.55, while the Sharks are in $2.47. Now, the Cowboys are coming off the bye, whilst the Sharks are coming off 2 big wins, one against the Rabbitohs, obviously over there in Perth, and the other one over the Titans last week. Now, this is up there in North Queensland. The Cowboys are big in Jeremiah Nanai, with the out being Brendan Elliott. Fullback-wise, Scott Drinkwater with Carl Fell and Semi Valame on the wings. Peter Hiku and Murray Talangi are the centres. You've got Tommy Dearden as the 5'8", Chad Townsend as the halfback. He's also captain, with Jordan McLean and Jason Taumalolo as the front row. Reece Robson goes into the hook department with Lushan Leilua and Jeremiah Nanai back row. Ruben Cotter is the lock. Interchange-wise, Jake Granville, Cohen Hess, Hylam Lukey, and Griffin Neem, with Jermaine Tanoa-Brown as the 18th man replacement. So that Cowboys team is exactly what you'd be expecting. It's a full team. They have to be winning this game, especially being at home. They're not going to get a better opportunity than this right now at home, which they've got a pretty good record. Even when they were struggling this year, they still had a pretty good record at home. So, yeah, the Cowboys, you'd be really liking them tonight. But the Sharkies, Tommy Hazelton, he comes in. The Alex Caruso of the NRL comes into the team with Tukuhau Tapuha going out for the Sharks. Fullback-wise, Connor Tracy with Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Montallo on the wings. Jesse Ramian and Siosifa Talakai are the centres. Braden Trindle's the 5'8". Nico Hines is the halfback, with Toby Rudolph and Braden Hamlin-Ueli front row. Blake Brayley is the hooker. Back row-wise, Britton Nakora and Wade Graham, with Cameron McInnes as the lock. Interchange-wise, Jack Williams, Royce Hunt, Thomas Hazelton, and Matt Moylan, with Jesse Colquhoun as the 18th man replacement. I'm actually tipping the Sharkies tonight. I'm tipping the Sharkies as the underdogs. I know they're $2.47, but I think that's good value. Sharks are well into, returning to being the good side that we know they should have been since the whole season, but they just haven't been doing it against good sides. Obviously, technically, the Cowboys aren't even in the 8, so, this is... they're playing a team that's in the bottom 8, bottom 9, whatever. They should be expected to win this game too. I think this honestly should be $1.90 a piece, realistically. I know that maybe you give it a slight favoritism to the Cowboys because they're at home. But outside of that, the Sharks are good enough to win this game for sure. They are absolutely good enough to win this game. So I'm going to take the Sharks. I think they've found a bit of form here. I think it's going to come down to why, though. I think it's going to be like a 1-2 point game. Honestly, I could see a field goal here. I could see a field goal. So, yeah, it's going to be super interesting. Gee whiz. But let's get into the ladder here. We'll get into the ladder. Now, for the Cowboys, they come into this game in 9th position. They're on 28 points, which is equal with the Rabbitohs in 8th. But the Cowboys have a plus 32 points differential, with the Rabbitohs having a plus 92. Now, the Rabbitohs have a bye next week. So, the Cowboys do need to win this game. The Cowboys need to win this game. But then again, the Knights do play the Rabbitohs, right? So the Knights play the Rabbitohs this week. The Knights are in 7th position on 29 points. So the Cowboys win, Knights lose, then they would go above the Knights into the 8 and then have that bye, which would be super beneficial. And then obviously it would all come down to the final round of the season. But if the Cowboys win today, they would go above the Rabbitohs for now, they'd go above the Knights for now, and they would go above the Raiders as well. Raiders with their minus 120 points differential, awful, just awful. And the Cowboys plus 32. So they would go above them for now, but the Raiders do play the Dogs, and one of the Knights or Rabbitohs will go back above them. But the Sharkies would be on 30 points as well, alongside the Cowboys, but they would have to win that game. The Cowboys have to win this game by about 40-odd points to go above, 45-odd points to go above the Sharks, which I just don't see happening. If they lose this game, they can drop below the Eels. If the Eels beat the Roosters, it's plus 32 there for the Cowboys, plus 21 for the Eels. So all it would have to do is have a 6-point swing either way. You know, Eels win by 6, Cowboys lose by 6, and the Eels would go above the Cowboys. And wouldn't have to worry about the Roosters there. The Roosters, obviously, if they were to win this their game, they would have to win by legitimately a lot of points. Like, they're on minus 84, comparatively to the Cowboys, who are on plus 32. So, yeah, it's not likely the Roosters would be going above the Cowboys. But overall, yeah, the Cowboys, if they lose, more than likely would be going down to 10th. But with that being said, that's completely... They're lucky, the Cowboys, actually, because the Knights and Rabbitohs just above them play each other, and the Eels and Roosters just below them play each other. Then you go to the Rabbitohs on the other hand. If they win this game, they would go above the Knights and go above the Raiders, and they would have to win by 18 points to go above the... Oh, wait, why am I talking about the Rabbitohs here? I'm all over the shop. If the Sharkies win this game here tonight, they would go above the Storm if they can win by 27 points or more. Now, the Storm play the Dragons, so you'd assume the Storm would go back above them. But if the Sharks were to win by 18 or more points, they would go above the Storm tonight. If they were to lose, they would stay, obviously, where they are for now. But the Raiders, they're minus 120. They have to win their game. And if they win, they would go above the Sharks. And then one of the Knights or the Rabbitohs would have a really good opportunity. The Knights are plus 110, same as the Sharks. So if the Knights won, they definitely would go above them. If the Rabbitohs won, they would have to win by over 18 points there. The Cowboys cannot be going above the Sharkies unless, obviously, they win by about 40-odd points. So there we go, guys. I'm struggling here. I don't know why I'm struggling tonight, but we've gotten through it. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are in regards to this game. And, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it here on the Thursday night of the footy. Joey plays up to the Cowboys. Everyone says some great looking games this week. Got the Sharks in this, but hoping it's a good as game as it looks. Yeah, it does look like it's a good game. It definitely looks like it's going to be a great game here. But it's look, it's also one that the last time these two teams played, we did see a massive win there we saw a massive win with the Sharks. Actually, let's go back and have a look at that game. Oh, there's a light coming in through my door. I don't know what that is. Sharkies here. Go to the Sharks. We go to... Why is it showing me that? No, I've just clicked on the Dragons. Didn't mean to do that. I'm literally all over the shop today. And the last time the Sharks played the Cowboys, it was a Thursday night game. It was 44-6 to the Sharks there at PointsBet Stadium. That was a long time ago, though. That was the 27th of April. So yeah, you know, it was that's a long time between rings. So very different teams now, very, very different teams now. But the fact of the matter is that was the last time that the two teams played, and the Sharkies won by quite a significant amount. Brian says Cowboys tough to beat up in North Queensland. Cowboys won at 12 for me. Yeah, you know, you go look and have a look at their home record so far this season. The Cowboys. Sharks are actually not too bad away from home, but the Cowboys beat the Rays in round 1 at home, lost the Warriors at home in round 3, beat the Titans in round 4, but there was questions around that one. Did lose to the Dolphins 32-22 at home, but then beat the Knights 18-16 at home, beat the Dragons 42-22 at home, beat the Storm 45-20, the Panthers, very, very depleted Panthers, 27-23. Then obviously beat the Tigers 74-0 at home, 24-16 over the Eels. Did lose that game with the Broncos, though. If it wasn't for that game against the Broncos, they would have been on a massive streak here at home, actually. They would have been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-game streak they were on, going on 7 if they had won this. Well, they would have, if they beat the Broncos, it would have been 7 going on 8. But yeah, the Broncos have stopped that streak there. And then compare that to the Sharkies on their away record. Sharks on their away record. Beat the Eels 30-26 in the first 2 rounds. Lost to the Raiders 24-20. Beat the Dragons 40-8. Beat the Dogs 33-20. Beat Manly 20-14. Lost the Storm 54-10. The last couple of games away, they've not been exactly fantastic. Beat the Tigers 36-12. Got thumped by the Warriors 44-12. Obviously got thumped 28-0 against the Panthers. But then that Rabbitohs game, they won 26-16 over there in Perth. And the scoreline doesn't really reflect how, quality the Sharkies were. Like how much better the Sharkies were than the Rabbitohs. That last little 16 points there only came from the last 15 odd minutes for the Rabbitohs. So the Sharks had a really good win there. So it's actually quite even. But yeah, look, the Cowboys' home advantage probably gives them a little bit of a shout. Sam Jenkins said, member for 4 months. Get around you, bro. Slowly working my way up the ranks. Yeah, get around you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. T. Rick Among Us says, Cowboys to celebrate Tamalolo's 250th game as Sharks will fall apart like the Warriors did to them, like the Australian soap opera home and away. I don't think so. I don't think the Sharks are going to get pumped here. I think that people want to get behind the Cowboys again because they've shown a little bit of form in recent weeks. But with that being said, the Cowboys have been a very, very, extremely up and down team this season. For a lot of reasons. They're not the team that they were last year. And that showed, a couple of weeks ago when they lost to the Titans at Seabus Stadium 22-13. Obviously, lost to the Broncos 30-14. So they're actually on a 2-game losing streak right now. And the game against the Eels 24-16 wasn't exactly fantastic and spectacular. And the game against Manly, where they won 19-8, wasn't exactly fantastic and spectacular. However, the game against the Tigers when they won 74-0, now that's a bit of a difference. That was a really impressive game for the Cows. And that was on a little bit of a streak. And I kept telling you guys when this was happening, when they took on the Storm, I don't know who they had out. They had a couple of outs, didn't they? Let's go have a look. I'm pretty certain they had a couple of outs here. To be fair, no, they didn't. No, they beat the Storm. They did beat the Storm, who were up and down in the same sense. That was a good win there for the Cowboys. But when they took on the Panthers, I'll go read through their team lineup if it's going to let me. Hold on. If it's going to let me go have a look here. Cowboys. When they took on the Panthers in that game, the Panthers had how many outs here? Who they have in their team lineup? So they didn't have Stephen Crichton. They didn't have Brian To'o. They didn't have Nathan Cleary, obviously, or Jerome Luai. They had all these players out. So, yeah, I didn't really look too heavily into that. And the Rabbitohs were the same when they played them. So, yeah, look, I think the Cowboys are fine. But I'm not really too heavy on backing them in just yet. And I think the Sharks are the same. But the last couple of weeks has been pretty good there for the Sharks. Brighton says it's just hot and muggy up there. Sharks wouldn't be used to it. Plus, Cowboys coming off the bye and coming off to back-to-back losses. They'll have to be up for this. Yeah, and again, they need to win because, again, the Rabbitohs have the bye next week. They have the bye next week. So that would put them 4 points above them. And the Cowboys would really would really struggle. Especially if the Rabbitohs right now are on the same. If they beat the Knights, they'd go to 30 and then obviously would go to 32 the week after. Who do the Knights play next week, though? Who do the Knights play? Because that's who the Cowboys are really looking at right now. The Knights next week, they play the Sharks at home. Okay, so that's a tough one. So, look, the Cowboys are still absolutely in the hunt. Like, they're still absolutely there even with a loss. Because the Knights could absolutely lose this week and could absolutely lose next week. Knights, Rabbitohs, and then Knights, Sharks is not an easy couple of games. I believe they're both in Newcastle, which is beneficial to them, but it's not an easy couple of games. Step1 says, think that's the same for both these teams. They've been really good or really bad, just no consistency. Yeah, but the only reason I'm willing to back in the Sharks over the Cowboys tonight is because the Sharks have proven it more recently. They've won their last couple of games rather than the Cowboys who have lost their last couple of games. Besides the bye last week, the Cowboys have lost the Titans, Broncos, and then obviously the Sharkies in the last couple of weeks have beaten the Rabbitohs and also the Titans. Sam Jenkins says, my bet pays tonight, I don't know, a cute little hungy. Oh, a cute little hungy. I'm not going to say no, son. What's your bet tonight, Sam? What is your bet? Jay Kerr says, what do you think about Tigers being $1.30 favour against Dolphins? Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. I think that should be about like $1.50, $1.60. But the Dolphins have a lot of outs. I do think the Tigers win that game. I will say that I will tip the Tigers in that game. But there's no way you'd be getting on $1.30 odds. No way. No way would you ever be that convinced to get on the West Tigers, who are the wooden spooners. And, like, you look through that Dolphins lineup, and yeah, sure, they do have a lot of players out, but there's just no chance. There's no chance you back $1.34 odds of the Tigers. No chance. They're without Lemielu, Hamisa Tapuaifado, Jerry Marshall King, Kenneth Bromwich, and Ray Stone, but it's the Tigers. It's still the Tigers. I don't know who their hooker is, Harrison Graham. Ewan Aiken goes to the back rows. Who's their centers? They got Jack Bostock and Robert Jennings. They got no Tafare. Is he not playing? Is he injured, is he? Oh, no, he's just reserve. He's just a reserve now. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like, again, I tip the Tigers, but I wouldn't be getting on them at $1.34. No way. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Score prediction. I'm going to go 24-22 Sharks. 24-22 Sharkies. Neil Clark has just turned. If the Cowboys win, what is the change to the 8? Cowboys would be in the 8 for the time being, but one of the nights Rabbitohs would go back above them, and the Raiders could go back above them as well, but the Cowboys won't go above the Sharkies. 7 tries. You've got 7 try scorers in tonight's game, Sam. Who's your 7 try scorers? You put 7 try scorers in tonight's game. Are you crazy, man? Oh my god. Well, to be fair, I put 24-22, so what's that? Let's assume they get the kicks. 6, 12, 18, 20. I guess you could have 7 tries throughout that. T-Rick Among Us says, I read that 6th, 7th, and 8th place are up for grabs till the end of the round. From 1st to 5th place are locked in. No. Sharks are not locked in for Jack. Sharks aren't locked in for nothing. And the Storm aren't locked in for anything either, because the Sharky, well, that's assuming the Storm lose the Dragons, but if the Sharks win by 18 points, or if the Storm lose by 4 points, and the Sharks win by, 12, 14, then they'll go above the Storm there. So the only team that is, and to be fair, the Warriors aren't even locked into their 3rd place spot, because if the Storm win by 2 points or more, and the Warriors lose by anything, then the Storm go above the Warriors. So, yeah, no, nothing's locked in. Nothing's locked. Nothing's locked at all. Glenn Hayward says, will the Warriors stay in 3rd? I think this way. I think they beat Manly for sure. They can't, obviously. They're not going to get the minor premiership, and they're not going to get above the 2nd, because both the Broncos and the Panthers have locked that up in the first 2. We just don't know whether it's the Panthers or the Broncos will have that minor premiership. The Broncos obviously have the bye this week. The Panthers take on the Titans. So, love my boys. I will be there. I'll be supporting, but in the same sense, not holding a great deal of hopes there, because the Panthers have to win to stay above the Broncos. And obviously the Titans have a lot of players out. Kieran Foran out, Tanner Boyd out, Sam Verrills out. Don't know if AJ Brimson will play. A whole heap of guys are out. So, yeah, it's a hard one there for the Titans, and you'd expect the Panthers to win that one quite well. But the Warriors, look, they should beat Manly. They should beat Manly. I'm going to take the Warriors to beat Manly. However, Manly are playing. That is their last chance. If they lose that game, they're done. They lose that game, they are done. Because if the Rabbitohs win, then they are literally... They can't make it. They can't make it. Because the points differential for the Knights is too good. So, this is a last chance season game for Manly. I think it's in New Zealand, though, which is very beneficial there for the Warriors. Very beneficial. Manly aren't going to travel well there. Daniel Anderson Stadium in Auckland. Are they not? Is that not Mount Smart? Or is that just not Daniel Anderson Stadium? Daniel Anderson Stadium in Auckland. Images. That's not Mount Smart. It's not like the. Have they? Is that what they changed it to? Is that the one? Because they changed Auckland's. They changed Mount Smart to something else. What is Mount Smart known as now? Oh no, it's Go Media. That's what I was thinking. It's not Daniel Anderson. So what is this Daniel Anderson Stadium? Where is that in Auckland? A completely different stadium. Titans being first is locked in. Absolutely, Noah. Absolutely, Noah. Gee whiz. Sam Jenkins says, Cowboys, Drinkwater, Talangi, Valame, and Felt, Sharks, Molitalo, Katoa, and Tracy. Damn, you really don't think either of these teams can defend, eh? You really... How much are you winning from that? Gee whiz. How much are you winning from that? Can't be counting on the Tigers to win games they're supposed to win? Absolutely. Absolutely. My name is Jeff. Is it named that just for this round as a tribute? Oh, it's named just this round as a tribute. I was going to say that it's in Auckland, but it's not Mount Smart. That was a bit weird. Jack says, how did Tanner Boyd get injured? Tanner's just going in for surgery to his shoulder. Sam says $10 on it, $295. Oh, so you win $2,950. Okay, fair enough. We'll take the little cheeky hundo. We'll take the cheeky little hundo, and we'll take a Coke Zero on Saturday. And we'll take Coke Zero on Saturday. Reece 77 says they're naming it that for this round to fundraise money for a former coach. Well, there you go. Good stuff. Noah Uasa says Daniel Anderson used to be coach of the Warriors. Oh, okay. That rings a bell now. Glenda Hayward says they're changing Mount Smart to Daniel Anderson for the services he gave to the New Zealand Warriors. Now he has no legs from an injury. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Oh, I wasn't disrespecting it. I was just just for anyone who's wondering, I'm not disrespecting it by saying why. I just thought that was another stadium. I didn't think that was Mount Smart. Because I knew they changed Mount Smart to Go Media. And that's what was confusing me in my head. And I was like, there's no way they're going to play at a different stadium in Auckland. If they're going to play in Auckland, they'd play at Mount Smart. If they're playing in Wellington or they're playing in Christchurch or something like that, bit different. But yeah, that makes sense now. Sam Jenkins is the bloody Coke Zeros. Hey, listen, Sam, I got 3 more games of it, right? I got 3 more games of it. It's a tradition. One person's always getting me a Coke Zero for the vlog. Listen, and sometimes I end up with 3 or 4. But, you know, it is where it is. You've only got 2 more home games with me, Sam. You know, you're going to miss me, son. You're going to miss me. Joseph Schuster says that Warriors are chugging the quarters next year. Could be the year. Yeah, the Warriors have got a much better year lined up for next year. They need this year to really prepare for next year. Warriors fans will like me for saying it, but, you know, I'm still not convinced this year. But next year, I definitely will think that they'll go on and do a bit better. I think they'll have the experience of the finals, which they haven't had for quite a few years now. Oh, the Sharks coming out already. What? Doesn't this game start at 7:50? Hold on. Doesn't this game start at 7:50? Oh, wait, no. I don't know what's happening there. So I'm watching on Channel 9 right now because for some reason my KO's not working. But that was weird. They just showed the Sharkies running out into the field, but they definitely did not jump to live. I'm just going to make sure I'm live here. Well, they come out for training. There's no way they've just come out. Okay, Channel 9's a lot of the shot. Glenn Hayward is only training for this weekend, though. Yeah, no, I get it. Sam says until next season. Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. Glenn says, did Tanner injure his shoulder versus the Wires? No, I think it's just been something that's been happening throughout the season. I'm not sure. I did speak to Tan before the news came out about it because I found out about it at the game, at the Sharkies game. But I don't know. I think it's just probably been troubling him a little bit, and you know, the Sharkies game probably hit him quite hard last week, and then he's probably had to decide to just bite the bullet and get the surgery and whatnot. Summer says that proves games are fixed. Exactly right, Summer. Exactly right. T. Ricky says Joseph, who do you support? I think Joseph supports the Warriors. I'm pretty certain. And Jack says, I was saying to my girlfriend that Knights are not going to win the first week of finals because she's a Knights girl. That's cool. Knights haven't even made finals yet. The Knights haven't even made the finals yet at all. So, yeah, I wouldn't even be... if I'm a Knights fan, I wouldn't even be thinking about finals yet. You'd be thinking about getting to finals, but you're not thinking about finals. No way. No way. You've got... The Knights have a tough run home, man. They play the Rabbitohs in Newcastle this week. Luckily, again, it's in Newcastle. They play the Rabbitohs this week, who are just as desperate. And then you've got the Sharks next week, who are extremely desperate. Especially if they lose this game, they'll be very desperate next week. And then round 27, the Knights do play the Dragons, which is good for them. It is good for them. That'll benefit them. I guess if the Tigers win this week against the Dolphins, the wooden spoon battle's not done. It's not done. Who do the Tigers play next week? Tigers next week play the Roosters. It's a winnable game. I don't think they win it, but it's a winnable game. And the Dragons do have a game against the Storm this week, which could be a massive scoreline. And the next week, and the week after that's Tigers Manly. And who do the Dragons play? The Dragons Knights. Again, if you're a Tigers fan, you could be holding a slight, extremely slight chance that you might be avoiding the spoon this year. Extremely slight, but, you're telling me there's a chance? I'm telling you there's a chance, son. I'm telling you there's a chance. Jack James says, hey, Blaze, who do you got in this one? I got the Sharks. I got the Sharks in a real tight one. I'm going 24-22. I'm not confident by any means in either team. Here we go. Joe says, RTS is thinking on player for Samoa. Heard it in the radio into it. Yeah, no, I don't know if that's true or not. I think that's just media hype. The longer you're in the game, man, the more you realise a lot of things that are said in the media is bullshit. Pretty much everything. They will literally twist words. You'll be in an interview, and I know most people should know this, but I say this because not everybody does know this, right? They listen to the media for everything. And it's like, for example, the Tino and Dave situation. I told you every day, they're not living. They have no interest in living. They were never living. The articles that they were creating were all fabricated. They were all bullshit, man. They were all bullshit. But people like to listen to the media as if they know everything. Do you know why the media went so hard at the Titans? The whole reason the media went so hard at the Titans and picked them to shit over the last couple of weeks was because we didn't let them know about Des Hasler and Justin Holbrook. They want to be the first ones to know about it. They want to be talking about it for weeks before it happens. But we didn't let them know. It was brilliant work by the Titans, and that's why they decided to absolutely shit on us throughout the Ben Hunt thing, Tina Fasil Malawi, and also Dave Fafita stuff. I'm telling you, this is the media. Don't listen to nothing from the media. Use it as a guide, Don't listen to nothing from the media. Dasman says Tigers have to win every game to avoid the spoon, right? Not necessarily. If they win 2 out of their 3 games and the Dragons lose all 3 of their games, which is obviously likely for the Dragons. But again, so you look at the ladder, the Tigers are currently on 12 points. The Dragons are currently on 16 points. The Tigers' points differential is minus 225. The Dragons are minus 157. Which is actually crazy to think the Tigers are minus 225 points differential when they won a game by 66 points to 18 this year. But they play the Dolphins, so they're favourites. Let's imagine, based off of their $1.34 price tag, which is ridiculous, let's imagine that the Tigers beat the Dolphins by 14 points, 16 points, right? So they're going to go to minus 209, right? Now, the Dragons play the Storm. Now, the Storm are still playing to go above the Warriors, for example. They're still playing to avoid going into that bottom 4 of the top 8. Let's assume they win by 50, right? So then you've got the Dragons who are minus 157. They've gone from 157 to minus 207. That's a 2 points differential gap. It's only 2 points differential gap, and the Tigers have won, so they're only 2 points behind. And then, like I was saying, next week, the Tigers then get to play the Roosters, which, again, I don't think they win. But it is a possibility if they're trying to avoid the spoon, and also if the Roosters were to lose this week and their top 8 chances would be done. There's a potential. And then the Dragons, like I said, this is extremely unlikely. Then the Dragons by the Warriors. The Dragons could get thumped by the Warriors over there in Auckland. They could get thumped. They could get absolutely whooped. They could get thumperudo. And then, so let's assume the Tigers lose the Roosters, right? We'll give them that. The Tigers' last game of the round, last game of the season is against Manly. Tigers can win that game. It's not like Manly are unbeatable. And then the Dragons play the Knights. The Knights can fight for the top 8. Things can happen. Things can happen. It's unlikely, but the Tigers have not got the spoon yet if they beat the Dolphins this week. Tim Ricky says Manly have to win these last 3 games to survive. Yeah, Manly have to win all 3 games. They'd have to still rely on a lot of things to go their way. Manly aren't making the 8. I'll just draw the line through them. I'll draw the line through them for you. Jones, I reckon this will be a cracker. Hopefully, the last time these two teams played was 44-6 to the Sharks. But very different times now. That was back in April. Payne asked for some of the Broncos for 3 years. Yep. Thank you. We heard about that last week. Twiggy says, media stirring the pot, making people think Haas was leaving to take up boxing. I don't think it was Haas to boxing. Haas one was about rugby union, and Western Force actually did put in an offer, but Payne wasn't leaving the Broncos. I reckon it's a big cracker. Joseph says Pants 3s in a row. Okay, mate. Ray77 says he said Samoa was on the cards, didn't say he was going to play for them though. Yeah, obviously Samoa are putting their hands up for him. Of course they are, and I think that'd be the best option for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. I think you may as well give it a crack there because New Zealand have a good team. It's all well and good playing for them, but Samoa made the final. Let's not forget Samoa's still a pretty damn well good team. So he comes in there and works his way up against the best. You play for New Zealand, and it's you are playing the best in Australia. And although I know Samoa made the final, I still think New Zealand probably make that final if they play the Samoans in the prelim, whilst England plays Australia. Australia beats England, but I do believe New Zealand beats Samoa. So I would still put them above them. Fado says, I know, right, Cats can't punch. No, my son's the Panthers, so they're going to trip up. Well, we hope so, man. I have nothing against the Panthers, but in the same sense, I think we all want a different team to win it. Honestly, I'll be completely and utterly honest with you. We're in round 25 right now. I could honestly say that even if the Broncos were to win, and I hate the Broncos, right? But if the Broncos were to win, it would kind of be refreshing. It would kind of be nice for the competition to have a different winner. I don't think the Broncos do it. I think the Storm are actually more of a likely shout. I think the Broncos aren't finals ready yet. I think they're ready. They're one of the best teams in the comp right now, but I don't think they're finals ready because they'll find out the difference very, very soon. They haven't been to the finals since 2019, 2018 maybe. I think that it'd be actually quite nice to see a different team win it. Although I don't want it to be the Broncos. If it's the Broncos, at least it's a different team. Jackson's James Sullivan, huge buy for the Tigers. Yeah, it's decent buy for the Tigers. Brighton says it's nothing crazy, but I don't mind James Sullivan. Yeah, I think he's alright. Brian says you're talking about Tavita Pangai Jr., not Haas. Yeah, Tavita Pangai Jr. has retired and has gone to boxing. Payne Haas was considering going to the Western Force in the Super Rugby, not to boxing. Payne Haas could probably still get into boxing. I still wouldn't be surprised if Tino and Payne Haas have a bit of a crack on later on. Seb one says, like the media said, Payne would leave the Broncos. Why would he? You're in a place you could win multiple comps. Yes, but it comes down to, and his family's here too. But like, it comes down to what the player's motivation is. Is the player's motivation to travel the world? If you want to travel the world, well, guess what? You can do that with rugby. Or do you want more money? Well, guess what? You can actually do that by going to rugby union because they provide more money, especially in Japan, in Europe and whatnot. But Super Rugby as well, they provide massive money. Or, yeah, you can get some good money, real solid money at the Broncos and potentially win comps. It comes down to the player's motivations. He's not wrong in any way that he chose. The game is up Cronulla. Slapper says, I'm over the Panthers. It's time they merge with another team. Man, I'm so sick of hearing people saying North Sydney Bears, I'm so sick of hearing people saying get the North Sydney Bears back in. I couldn't think of anything worse. Jack says, Broncos fan, our defense isn't a finals or grand final standard. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I just don't think that they're finals ready. I don't think that they're not necessarily ready in regards to individual aspects of the game. All right, Sharks and Cowboys are at the field here, guys. I want you to do me a favour right now. Hit that like button. That's a really cute Labrador. That is a really cute Labrador on the field. But hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get it. Get your score predictions in the chat. I want to see them right now. I want to see your score predictions in the chat. And also, members, guess what? There's a new gift for you. You've been asking for it for so long. Well, guess what? We've got a new gift for you in the chat. Damo says, why is Jason Tapalola taking his dog for a walk mid-field pre-game? He's all... leave the dog alone, Daz, mate. He's a cute little Labrador, mate. Just because he's not a bulldog. Yeah, wants a bulldog. Honouring Paul Green. The Paul Green medal between the Cowboys and the Sharkies. Get around Paul Green, man. Everyone's got to clap at this one. Everyone's got to clap at this one. North Sydney Penrith Bears. Right, as Jason bringing his dog out for his 250th. Got to respect it. Yeah, it's a cute Labrador, man. I think it's a Labrador. I think it's a Golden Retriever. Yes, slap a leg gift. Yeah, because it's the Will Smith and Chris Rock. I know you can kind of see it. It's Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Whitey Tugger says Sharks 32-18. So Femboy says, I hope the Cowboys win to really intensify the top 8 race. Just hope for a good Thursday game for once. Yeah, you're right. You are right. All right, here we go. Sharks kicking off. Surprised not a sellout. This is a big game, especially for the Cows. Like, it's an 8 p.m. game. It's not like you didn't have time to get there. I'm surprised not a sellout. There's quite a few seats there. Matt Gordon getting around the Sharkies. All right, so Cowboys half of the ball here, 10 metres out from their own line. I am watching on Channel 9 tonight, so I don't know how delayed I'll be comparatively to KO. For some reason, my KO is like brown screen. It's weird. I don't know. And I need to get it fixed back to the model so that I can stream the 6 p.m. game. Tommy Dearden taken down at the 25. Tracy doesn't look too bad at all at fullback. Yeah, Con Tracy's fine. You know, I don't think he's going to be the best fullback ever, but I think Con Tracy can definitely fill in as a fullback, and most teams will like it. Mr. Antagonizer is 10 hours behind, no Sportsy Cats. Am I really? 45 seconds. Am I really that far behind? Cat seems to break a lot. Yeah, it does. Alright, so it's going to be Sharks now. 15 metres out from that line, and Con Tracy is going to bring this ball back here to the 25. David Tupou, 28-14 to the Cowboys. So first out of the Sharks, Hines get off to Jesse Raymond, and he'll get this ball to the 20. Who the hell was my try scorers in this game when I gave it to the members? My try scorers in this game, I think I had Sione Katoa for the Sharks. I think he'll be in for a big game. It's going to be Valamay for the Cowboys. It's at 38 minutes now. It says, 1 minute 22 for me. Mr. Strimmer's still watching the Matildas. Still watching the Matildas, mate. Come on. They're only down 1-0, plenty of time to come back. Bro, geez, it sounds pretty quiet in North Queensland right now. The atmosphere is not what it usually would be. But then again, I hate saying this because it feels like there's been more... What is with this crowd tonight? North Queensland usually gets massive crowds. This looks weird. It looks weird. The clock for me right now, Blake, is 1:52, 53, 54, 55. And Peter Hick, who gets his ball out of the 20. I'll try and see if the KO works now. But for some reason, it just wasn't. Looking forward to getting to Melbourne next week. Should be good fun. Third tackle here for the Cowboys, and they're at the 30. Yeah, it's weird. It's like a brown screen on KO. I can't watch it. It's because it's a Thursday night. Yeah, but like, still. So fifth tackle, especially for such a big game too. Like it's a big game. I'd say there's probably about maybe 12,000 there, 13,000. So Con Tracy bringing this ball back to the 20, the first tackle. Always small. 5 days until my membership ends. Well, you got to change that, don't you, Joe? It's only $5, man. It's only $5 on Runo's. Right, so Nico Hines will get up to Jesse Ramian. Also, don't forget, guys, on the community tab, we actually put a poll up today of what sports you guys are looking forward to most in the off-season between, football, as in Premier League, A-League. Good little running from Blake Brayley. And he'll get this ball to the 40. Yeah, we're going to time that one out, man. No, that's not cool, Jalen. All right, left-hand side, Braden Trinnell gives it off to Talakai, and Talakai is going to get this ball to the 45. So, yeah, but I think how many people drive hours from regional North Queensland over the games and can't because of work? Yeah, no, I agree with that one, to be fair. So, Nico Hines will whack this ball up into the air. I actually got rid of Nico Hines on fantasy this week and brought in, or Supercoach, and brought in Nathan Cleary. So, what it says, get to the game, you cats, get around your team, doesn't matter which day they play. I think it's just because it's Thursday, and as Sam said, regional, North Queensland fans, there's a lot of regional fans. They have a lot of regional fans, and Townsville is quite an expansive place, I would say. I went to Townsville the first time this season, early days in round 3, I think it was, against the Cows. Brian says, North Queensland is full of working class people. I'm sure they've got to be up early just like me. Understandable they don't turn up. Yeah. All right, so Reece Robson now, he'll get taken out at the 40. He'll be fit tackle. Blaze, that might be the best trade I've ever heard of. Look, I think it's good. Cronulla play the Cowboys away. They play the Knights away next week. And then, obviously, Supercoach is pretty much over. Whilst Cleary takes on, the Titans this week. And then next week, they play another pretty easy team. A team that they do. A lot easier of a schedule for Cleary than for Hines. Obviously, a lot of people will be worried about the Rabbitohs bye next week, however. So Sharks ball here at the 15. They go left-hand side to, Monotalo annihilated the tackle. But he gets back up. Good work. 25 minutes out. Blake Hunts, I'm so glad I hopped on SJ early. I've had him all season, pretty much. Yeah, I had SJ since, round 4, I think it was. I think it was round 4 when I got on SJ. It was really good. So Nico Hines now, who gets it off to Britton Nakora. Geez, good run there for Nakora. Gets the ball to the 45. Yeah, Talangi said I'm not too sure of. Semi Valame can play, and he played centre at the Raiders. I'm not sure why they don't just have Talangi on the wing and Semi Valame in the centres. That's literally where he played when he was at the Raiders. That trade is done, Blaze. The Titans will win 999-0. I like it. I do. I like it. I'll be there. But obviously Clarky and I with our podcast, that you guys can see in the pinned comment there. We're going to support our team, but we also have to be realistic. So Watson says, wonder if the good Ronaldo will shop today. Don't know, he might be still playing Fortnite. Last week, obviously, I don't know how, he looked injured and then decided to have a cracker game. Right inside here for the Cows. Get off to Nanai. And now Talakai, good tackle there. Well, he good hold-up tackle. But they get offload away here, Nanai. Oh, drink water, gets cracked out at the 48. Drunken Clarky potty. That's a great idea. Drunken Clarky, now that's something else. So Chad Townsend will kick this ball down the centre. And it will be Con Tracy who brings it back out at the 15. 6 minutes gone here. Tracy looking for Leiluo. Great tackle. Having a Clark is drunk again to make a laugh. No, he won't be at the Sharks game. He won't be at the Panthers game. He might be coming to Melbourne, I think. I think he's coming to Melbourne. But he's not coming to the Panthers game. He might come to the Bulldogs, but I don't know. We'll see. If you trade Cleary, you may as well not get into him when he's converting. Oh, no, I'll get into him, Blake. Don't you worry, son. Gee whiz. Nathan Cleary, chin boy, come to me. Come to me, son. I know he knows of me, too. Not going to tell you how, but I know he knows. Brighton says, tit for tat at the moment. Yeah, just pretty simple back and forth at the moment. So it's going to be Trindle who whacks that ball. And it should be an easy grab here for Drinkwater. Who brings it back out of the 5. Leah Friend says, g'day, Sham. Who do you see winning? I've got the Sharks, but I've got a real close one. Sam, I know it's only been 7 minutes, mate, but I'm struggling to see you scoring your bet for today getting up right now. I'm struggling to see it, because it is, as Brighton said, very tit for tat. Nothing. That's a soft penalty from the referee. I don't know about that. I don't think that's a penalty, but it's a Cowboys penalty here at the 30. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's a bit of a dodgy call, that one. Let's have a look here again. What's he calling? Nah, I'm sorry. No, that's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. And it's just more fellas. How we doing? Going all right, mate. We've got the rubber league. A bit of rubber league action, son. And it should be a good game. It should be, I'd say, the second closest game of the round. I do think Rabbitohs Knights will be the closest game of the round. Matt Gordon's how long have you been watching NRL for? Since I was born, brother. I was born in Cold but then my parents moved out to Brisbane when I was 2 weeks old. And then pretty much ever since I was born, man. My dad's a Manly fan. My mum's a Sharkies fan. So at least I beat my dad this year, eh? Hey, at least the Gold Coast, we beat my dad this year, Manly, Brookie. That was fun. Not so much my mum's team, though. No, not so much my mum's team. All right, so McLean gets his ball to the 25 now, 4 tackle. Under or over 10.5 bad calls for the official this weekend. Oh, Siona Katoa, good grab. Or did, good tackle. Oh, Katoa, well done to stay out of the in goal. That is really nice stuff. What do we think of bets-wise? Sharkies? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Sharks, mate. But I think that if you're going to do it, you have to go 1 or 12. I predicted 24-22. How long has your name been Matt for, Matt? I should have said that back to him. Heine Edits is up to Titans. Yeah, we love it, Heine Edits. All right, so Multala, he'll get this ball to the 20. 4 tackle. Not making a great deal of meters here, Cronulla. They won't find it as easy this week as they did against the Titans last week. But Trindle led Nico Hines. Oh, damn. Peter Hickey with a great tackle. I did hear about some things from people I know that Peter Hickey was talking some mad shit about that Titans game beforehand, like they'd already won. Like Peter Hickey was disrespecting the Gold Coast quite significantly before they played at Seabass. I would love to have understood, like felt what he felt when we beat him. But I did hear this. I did hear this from people on the Gold Coast. I'm not going to say it though. Fatima says, imagine your dad at a Manly game and someone just screaming, Manly. That is Dad. I know he's in Vietnam right now, but that is Dad. He is the Manly fan. To the Sharks Sharks line plus 5.5 feels good value. That is good value. It's $1.90. Lions are always $1.90, aren't they? Honey, so I see the Titans making the grand final because they're in first. Well, the ladder doesn't lie. You know? The ladder doesn't lie. It is the live ladder right now. Hasn't changed all season either. And, Mulitalo, good grab at the 10. Good grab. 10 minutes gone here, guys. 10 minutes gone. Obviously, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, Andy. Andy says, why are Cows so short in the odds? Are the Sharkies missing players? No, I think it's just because the Cowboys have lost a couple of games straight going into the bye. They have the bye. They can refresh, go again. They had plenty of time to prepare for the Sharks game. Whilst the Sharks, had games recently. But then again, the Sharks have come into form the last couple of weeks. You know, they beat the Rabbitohs convincingly, and that's apparently Sharks. If you're going to call them on against the Cowboys, Nico Hines away here, Nico Hines away here. Good run by Nico Hines. May as well go for a bit of a skitty skirt, big skirt. First down at 35. But yeah, Sharks have been in a good form recently, so I really don't know the odds, Andrew. I don't know why the odds were like $2.50 for the Sharkies. I think it's just because also it is at the home ground of the Cowboys where they've had a pretty good record in, but I think people are still thinking the Cowboys are last year's Cowboys, which just simply isn't the case, man. It's just not. The Cowboys are not last year's Cowboys. And when they had some good form this year, like, people looked at that game against the Tigers and they won 74-0, but people forget they still lost the game to the Tigers 66-18. So it's all well and good that they got revenge and whatnot, but beating the Tigers 74-0 didn't prove that they're the same team as last year. It just proved that they had the ability to return the favour after getting absolutely whooped when they were at Leichhardt. Brian's not sure why Hickey would be talking about any team. I don't know. And, wow. Is that a penalty? It's going to be Sharks try to the Talakai. What happened there? What's just happened? They're just going to see if it comes off Wade Graham's army, but this could be just a random Sharks try here. Hey, Sam, did you have Talakai? Did you have Talakai? I'm looking. You did not. You did not, Sam. You did not. Tino Jersey 13 could he possibly play 80 minutes? I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so Drinkwater here. Infield of play. He just got distracted there by Hickey and Graham coming through. I don't know what they're going to call here. Yeah, needed to pass to Mulitalo. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with what Wade Graham's done. I would argue that should be a penalty, really. Like, they're both blocking Graham in that situation. Yeah, it's a knock on Sharks. I argue that should have been an escort from the Cowboys. it's very, very clear that Petahiku, and Semi Valame. Semi Valame is making an attempt to get to the ball, but Petahiku is running towards Semi Valame, not making a play. The ball has blocked off Graham. I would have made an argument. That should have been an escort. However, that's obviously a knock on. So no try time there. Well, now you're kind of happy they didn't pass it, Sam, because you would have got excited for no reason. Elder abuse as well. Graham is pushing 70. I don't like you saying that, right? Because he scored last week against us. He scored. So 11.5 minutes gone here. The Cowboys got the ball 13 metres out from their own line. And Petahiku's going to get this ball out of the 20 now, second tackle. Cowboys get very lucky there because Drinkwater wasn't catching that. Oh, wow. Oh, this ref need... Oh, Biffo, son. Get the Biffos in the chat, son. Get the Biffos out. Get the Biffos out for the boys. Yes, Hickey was a clown. We know that, son. We know that. Schmogan Graham. Get into it, you know? Funny the guy that I told you was talking shit just did that. The referee does need to get the whistle out of the mouth, though, man. I'm not going to lie. He's blown 3 penalties here that... He didn't bring it back into play. He nearly knocked that ball on, though. Murray Talangi. But he'll bring this ball to the 45 now, first tackle. I was waiting a solid minute to use that. Really? Jesus, that far behind. Yeah, I need to fix KO by tomorrow. I really do. Alright, so Cowboys now, they're at the 45. They go right inside to Cotter. And Cotter's going to get this ball 38 metres out of the line. Charles, I think Pangai Jr. should have gone to another club apart from boxing. Why? It's not that good. Lucian Leilua gets this ball to the 20. And no one can ever say to me that... Oh, that's poor defense from the Sharks. That's pathetic. That's pathetic defense from the Sharks. Like, if you're Sharks there, you really should be feeling disappointed. Like, that was awful defense. Awful. And like, if you're Sharks, you'd be really frustrated. Really, really frustrated. Look at that there from... Like, McInnes is backing up, to be fair, but in the same sense, there's no cover defense. There's no cover defense. Yeah, like, I can't really do anything about it tonight, man. For some reason, KO just isn't working for me. It just isn't working for me, man. So, like, I can hear it. I can hear it on KO, but it's not letting me watch it. Hold on. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try and press play on this and see if this one... No, it's like a brown screen. Does anyone know on KO, if you've got like a brown screen in the middle, brown strip through the middle of it, is that like... Does anyone know how to fix it? KO turned into a radio for you. Yeah, KO turned into a radio, which is what I am. Which is what I am, basically. So I can't really watch that. So it's 4-0 here to the Cowboys with a kick to come. Look at the over-unders, point smug, expecting points. I would expect overs, yeah. I'm sure New South Wales will really miss him. How to fix KO? On Chrome. How to fix KO on Chrome. But it will be Drinkwater who goes slap. Alright, Seb, we don't need to keep commenting about it, bro. Like, I've obviously explained what's happened. Alright, general troubleshooting, reboot, uninstall, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll try a new window or something like that. 6-0 to the Cowboys, it is. It is 6-0 to the Cowboys. It was just really awful defense there from the Sharks. Really awful. They just gave it up all the way up the end of the field, and the Cowboys scored straight away. Man United fans a lot of times they're strong. Yeah, we know that, mate. That's obvious. Alright, so Sharks now will kick this ball off. And it will be Cowboys ball here. 1 metre out from their own line. Chad Townsend gives it out to Jordan McLean. He gets it out of the 10. This is so strange. So strange. I think maybe like if I turn the computer off and on, maybe something will fix it. Or if I just like clear cache or something. But in the same sense, it's still letting me watch Channel 9. Strong is an understatement. Strong is an understatement, Greg. But I guess you guys just got to put up with it for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be back to normal. Ruben Cotter now, he'll get this ball. Jeez, huge run there from Ruben Cotter to the 35. He just absolutely knocked over. Who was that? Brett Nakora, yeah. Drinkwater scored and converted. Correct, yes. Yeah, we know. Alright, so right-hand side. Actually, yeah, did you have Drinkwater, Sam? Did you have Drinkwater? I'm scrolling back to see if you did. Oh, jeez, huge hit there. Sam... I can't see. Oh, jeez. Ah, boy. Slappa-dabba-dabba. Slap it with $100 donation. Get around you, Slap. I appreciate you, man. I thank you all the time, man. And I continue to thank you now, man. It really is appreciated, mate. 4 tackle lead for the Sharks for 42. He says, got your new chair. If not, maybe possibly show the old one. I have the chair. Hasn't been built yet. Because as I told you guys the other day, I actually received it on Monday. I haven't had the time to actually make it yet. It's in the corner. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the box right now. I look at the box right now. I haven't had the time to make it yet. So I do actually have to build it myself. Like put it together myself. So slap a gift. Get around it. Get around it. But I am currently sitting on the old one. We'll show you the old one at half time, Slabber. We'll show you the old one at half time. So Robson here, we'll go drink. Oh, knock on Cowboys. Knock on Cowboys. And now the Sharkies, Sione Katoa. Sione Katoa here. I need at least one of Sione Katoa or somebody evaluated to score tonight just to make those like members, the member try score predictions, worth it. Could take a while to build. No, I think it'll take like an hour and a half or something like that, but still, in the same sense. I've still got this cough. Like I'm still trying to recover from this cough. And now I know I've got Penrith on again against Penrith on Saturday. There's a lot of bandwagons that'll be there. And then next week I'm down to Melbourne. You know, shit. But I will get it done tomorrow. I will get it done tomorrow. I searched on Google, but it just said your internet and a HDMI cable. Well, it's definitely not the internet because I'm watching it right now. But Trindle now will be fit tackle 25 minutes out? Yeah, 25 minutes out. Pizza and Diet Coke all around Slabber. It's Coke Zero, mate, not Diet Coke. Oh, now it's 4 tackle. They were wrong on Channel 9. So it'll be fit tackle now for the Sharks. They'll be 10 days out from the line. When I get my own apartment and whatnot, guys, I'll get like a TV and I'll set it up all perfectly. Or Blake Brayley on fit tackle. He gets his one off here to Toby Rudolph. It's fit tackle. Oh, 6. So Toby Rudolph is very lucky there. It was fit tackle and decided to run it up the line. But it was going to be fit, but then they called 6 again. Wow, that's a dodgy call. Trindle, short ball, Nakora. Britt Nakora, I kind of wanted to score considering I was so close to putting him there. The real Penrith fans are actually in the Gold Coast. Penrith fans who are real ones can't afford to go to the Gold Coast. Blake, what are you talking about? You badly Penrith fans, you wisher. You're the biggest wisher that ever did wisher. Slapper says the realest pair the fans are waiting at the front of Centrelink. And that's where Blake is right now. Leave him alone. T. Ricky says, Sharks make a lot of errors, which led to Drinkwater's try and conversion. Correct, T. Ricky. That try happened like 7 minutes ago. Alright, so Sharks here. Trindle gives it off here to McInnes. McInnes off the Nico Hines. Hines, short ball to Hamlin Nueli. He pushes off 1. And Jeremiah Nana with a good tackle at 10. It'll be 3rd tackle now. They'll go left-hand side to Nico Hines. Hines at the back here. Oh, that's a nice play. Come on, Tracy. Mulatalo! Mulatalo! Mulatalo, 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 Mulatalo. Tried to off the Shaggies. 6-4 to kick to calm. Hey, there we go, Sam. Oh, so you did have drink water. Beautiful. All right, Sam, we're on here, son. We are on. We are on. That's a nice play from Colin Tracy. That was all set up by the nice little Scooty McScoot. Very similar drink water there. Seems like Tracy's a very similar kind of play to drink water. To drink water. Jason's got the Sharks. I always knew you were a Titans fan, Jay. I don't even think I'm joking at this point. Jay, I genuinely don't believe I'm joking at this point. I think we all know why, but in the same sense, I don't believe I'm joking when I say that you're a Titans fan nowadays. Hanny Kelly says, we need the other winger to score. Yeah, I know, because that's who I went. That's who I said Sione Katoa and Sammy Valame. Jeez, look at that play. All right, guess who it is? Hiku, where's your shit talk now? Where's your shit talk? Where's your shit talk? Hiku, Super League. Shit talk over there, son. Get out of here. All right, 20 minutes going here, guys. In the game, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Nico Hines on the wing. 4 from 7 last week versus the Titans. Thank you, Nico, for not letting the Sharks score 40. And Nico will miss the kick. Oh, I got it! Oh, that was a weird one. That didn't look like it went in, but it apparently went in. So who do you have left, Sam? You got 5 more. Who else do you have left? Keep us updated. Whenever there's a try scorer that happens, take away that one and then put the other ones there. That's a Perth Bears fan. Hey, listen, you know? No, there's no way. I wouldn't... Jay can't be a Bears fan. If the North Sydney Bears merge with Perth, it's not possible. He's not allowed to. You're not allowed to do that, Jay. You're not allowed to do that, Jay. Don't you start on me, Champion. He's got a hull as well. Ooh. Hull? Can't help you. He's got a hull. He's got a hull. Fatima says, imagine missing Hines. Tanner would never. Tanner would never. Tanner doesn't miss. I don't understand even. Fatima, I'm actually disappointed in you, Fatima. I'm disappointed because you've had to explain that Tanner doesn't miss when it's just obvious. You know, it's just self-explanatory. I was even saying at Shark Park last week, you know, when Sharks fans were complaining, well, they weren't complaining because they didn't hear a noise out of them all night, but, you know, when Nico Hines kept missing those conversions, I said, well, he's not Tanner Boyd. Yeah. Oh, nice run from Blake Brayley. 14 on the halfway point. Have a word yourself, Fatima. Yeah, it's just so obvious that Tanner doesn't miss. I'm going to make some shirts for Christmas. I'm going to get a Tanner Boyd doesn't miss shirt. Because I want one for myself for next year. Greg says, poor guy, I feel like I should feel bad for Hiku, but I just don't. I did not. If he didn't talk shit about the Gold Coast, you know, I'd feel bad for him. But you got a hull, mate. Good luck. Murderers only get that, Seb. It took me a little while to click on what you were saying there, but... I'm trying to decide if I bring in Tino off a feeder. Which one you reckon, Blaze? I'm thinking you probably bring in Tino, to be completely honest with you, mate. You know, back rowers are heavily reliant on your halves. I would say, and we've obviously got a debutant Tommy Weaver and Jaden Campbell in the 5'8", and penalty for offside there for the Sharks. There was a penalty. I would say, yeah, you'd probably go Tino there because the front row, like Dave can still score from against anyone and anywhere, but the front row, he's not even in the front row, he's in the lock, but the lock actually provides him a lot more ability to, you know, get try assists, you know, run the ball out as well. I still believe that Tino is just a purely front row. I spoke to Justin about it. I told you guys this. I spoke to Justin about why is there so many balls on the field tonight? But essentially, I think he can crack it on in the 13. You know, Tino's our guy now. Well, we never have any worries with Tino ever again. So John McLean gets taken out at the 30 now. Robson to Cotter. Cotter to Townsend. This is the second tackle at the 25. Leilua gets at the back into Dearden. Dearden still going here at the 20. And he'll get taken out 15 minutes after the line. Third tackle. Wow, let's not get silly now. Oh, what's get my silly? I said Tanner is better than El Masri. Well, that's pretty obvious. Daz, there's like a tier list, and you need to understand said tier list. Tanner Boyd has my Masri. Daryl Halligan. So it's 4 tackle with the Cowboys, 10 minutes out. Chad Townsend sets underneath. He goes around Cotter. To be fair, this could be a... Oh, they've got it out. Peter Hickett. Oh, that's forward. Sammy Valame! I've got him! I thought that was a forward pass there, but I told you guys, hey, Sam, 4 more. Sammy Valame try time. Here we go. 3 out of 7. Felt, Talangi, Katoa, and Tracy left. Sam, we're on here, son. And, hey, listen. Hey, get this into Sundo. I want you guys to go and comment. If you go into the community section of the channel right now, you can go onto the comment. If you're a member, this is obviously, you have to be a member. But on the bets, Sundo said none of these will hit. He told us none of these will hit. Well, guess what? First game, we've already got 1 hit, baby. Thanks for coming. See you later. Na. Hey, Sundo. Goodbye. Chimnod, goodbye. TBS Shreks, who you going for? I'm not really going for anyone, man. I'm a Titans fan, but I guess I'll go for the Sharkies from my mum. But overall, I have tipped the Sharkies. But, you know, I just want a good game. I just want a good game, to be honest with you. And says, did you predict 7 try scorers? Wow, what odds? Sam has predicted 7 try scorers. For the members on the channel, what's this? Who's his map is still on the field? For the members on the channel, man, like I said, only $5 for members. We do a try score prediction for every game now. We did 2 for this game. We did 2 for every game. But I had Semi Valame in this one, who just scored, and I also have Sione Katoa for the Sharkies. Ket says, gentlemen, hello, sir. All right, try time there for the Cowboys, and Semi Valame is in the corner. It's 10-6. Scotty Drinkwater, career 76% from, not from the sideline, but 76%. And he will... Good kick. Oof. Beautiful kick there from Scotty Drinkwater. 12-6. It's looking like it's a high-scoring game here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking like it's a high-scoring game. Looking like it's a high-scoring game. Actually, you know what, Sam? That could be actually great content for the vlog if you bring like a $100 note. If you bring like a $100 note for the vlog and wrap it around like a Coke Zero, that's vlog content, Sam. That is unbelievable vlog content, and I love it. I love it. Dadmate says, no, not at all, love it. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Blazers are up to side, big red to Tino. You go do it, mate. You got your try score right again. Marcel, you can't stop me, son. You cannot stop me. This is why being a member's worth it, ladies and gentlemen. This is why, if Sione Katoa scores, I'm 100% tonight. I just wish I had a guy on Multala instead. Because I would have already had both of them. My YouTube all over the place had 16 ad breaks already. Oh, sorry, 6 ad breaks already. 6 ad breaks? Gee whiz. Is everyone getting so many ads? I tried the Cowboys with a shepherd. So D, nice try. But D, it's not. I originally thought that was the case, but no player was impacted whatsoever. No player was even close to the Cowboy in front of it. Like, I know where you're coming from, but no. Like, I know where you're coming from, but no. I was more concerned about the pass. I don't even know if that pass was fine or not. I can't remember. But it's fine. There was no obstruction. Colin Tracy gets his ball to the 10, or to the 20. But if you want to be technical about it, and you want to be black and white about it, then yes, technically he ran behind his own player. But we also need to have a little bit of common sense. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself an ad blocker, mate. I only get ads when I join. You'll just keep on joining, mate. Zach, just leave and then come back and then leave and come back. How about that? That's a good idea. That's a good idea, mate. And then I'll buy a Cosmopolitan when I'm in Melbourne for you next week. How about that? You like that? Who do you think is going to win? Marcel, I've gone the Sharkies before the game started. I can't change it now. But I still think the Sharks can do it. Alright, so fit tackle at the 35. Zach says done. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And do it again. D says that the one before was way forward. Yeah, I think it was probably forward, but that being said, like, I'm not too unhappy with it. I'm not too unhappy with it, man. To be fair, man, I think we've all gotten used to the fact that referees are just shithouse. I'm only really going to complain heavily when it's an obvious one, and I don't think that was an obvious forward. But trust me, there'll be a worse call made in tonight's game. There will be a worse call at some point. So Cowboys had about 100 more metres than the Sharks so far. Cowboys at the halfway point. They go left-hand side to Hess. Oh, sorry, who was that? Yeah, it was Cohen Hess. To Griffin Neat. Bills to be paid. You know what? Buffalo Bills are going to be paid, Dad, mate. Buffalo Bills are going to be paid. Did not to Leilua. Leilua gets the ball to the 30. Last one, are you going to tell us your predictions for every game at the start of every round? Yes. Yes, I will. And Connor Tracy gets the ball at the 5. Could come over the top there from Murray Talongi. So Jesse Raymond is going to get this ball off to Sione Katoa, and Katoa gets this ball to the 10 now. Putting my house in the under, Daz. You got your house in the under in this game. Jeez, you should just give us the house, mate. Gee whiz. And then I wouldn't have to worry about streaming Premier League games. Like a stream Premier League games, not to worry. Sharks here. It'll be Con Tracy gets the ball to 40. It'll be fit tackle. It's a good game so far, though. Not the best game I've ever watched, but it's a fine game. Oh, is that going under full? No. And it will be Kyle Felt who brings this ball back to the 30. Titans haven't lost to the Panthers in a year. Put your house on the Titans. Hey, listen. Gold Coast haven't lost to Penrith in 2023. Fun fact for you. The Panthers have never beaten the Gold Coast on years ending in 2-3. Never. I'm serious. So third tackle now at the 45. They go right inside of Ruben Cotter. Cotter off to Townsend. Ooh. Have to go down there. It's a fun fact for you. It is a very fun fact for you getting watching in your mouth. I've never seen something more fun before in my life. That's 7 again. That's 7 tackles. Yeah, terrible to kick. That was an awful kick there from Tommy Din. 28 minutes in. Is it by how long I watched the ad for? I'm not too sure. I think it depends. I think it depends on the kind of ad. Like if you watch the entire thing, or you like click. I think you get more if you click onto it. If you end up buying something from clicking on that, then it's even more. And then obviously, yeah, I think it's just like by the amount of times it's seen in general. Titans never lost a grand final in a year either. We've never lost a grand final, Zach. Never lost one. Second title for the Sharks at the 40. Zach, it's obvious. It's very obvious. At the halfway point now, third tackle. Broggy Sports with a $3 redo donation. Appreciate you, brother. 1 second here. Nico Hyde at the back here. Con Tracy. He gives it off to Sonny Katoa. Katoa steps back on the inside. He just absolutely did felt easily there. Jesse Raymond now with that offload from Katoa. Now McInnes. McInnes gives the ball out the back here to Wade Graham. Semi Valway came off his line completely. Wade Graham gets the offload away to Trindle. Trindle gives it off to Militalo. And Militalo on 4 tackle. Geez, they made about 30 post-contact meters there, pretty much. They posed the first contact. They got about 30 meters after that. Talakai now. He's going to be fit tackle. 1 second here, Brocky. Fit tackle. 9 meters out from the line. Blake Brayley at the back of Nico Hines. Hines now short ball. Tommy Hazelton. That's actually a smart play, but the Cowboys will take him down 3 meters out from the line. Brocky Sports with $3 redo donation says Titans by Feeding on Saturday. Man, it's just obvious. And if it doesn't happen, then you guys are living in an alternate reality to me. You're all just NPCs. But you're right, Broggy. Appreciate you. David says, seeing your team win a grand final is overrated anyway. Well, we've never lost a grand final, does mate? Dogs have. They've actually lost twice. Yeah. Actually lost twice, mate. So it's not like the Titans. Not as good as the Titans, their champion. But 30 minutes gone here in the game. Obviously, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Cowboys now at the 30. Robson gives it off to Griffin Knee with a great run to the 40. Fit tackle. Rob Bruh in the chat. I don't know. What does that mean, Jay? And now it's going to be Con Tracy. He'll bring this ball out of the 20. I mean, Con Tracy's still going here. Con Tracy's still going here. Underneath the Militalo. Militalo gets away from Granville. He's still going here, Militalo. And he gets his ball to the 45. The Sharks are starting to find some nice little plays. Starting to make some good meters. Olivia Red with the $8 redo donation. Guess what? It's another day. And guess what? It's another donation. Sorry I'm late. You should be sorry you're late, Olivia. But I do appreciate you for the $8 redo donation. All right, Royce Hunt now. He'll get this ball to the 35. Looking for the offload. At the 32, Nico Hines. Jeez, look at the meters they're making at the moment. The Cowboys are completely on the back foot at the moment. 4 tackle. James from the game show that Dad's mentioned it's old school, so you probably have no idea. Man, I wasn't born in 1910, alright? So, like, you got to give me a bit of a break. Royce Hunt, he'll be taken down 15, 13, 12 meters out of the line. Blake Brayley. He goes for a shoulder play. Another Alex Caruso! 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 Is it a try time, Caruso? Is it a try time, Caruso? Try time, Caruso! Alex Caruso! Bum, 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 bum. Alex Caruso! Bum, 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 bum. Try time, Sharkies! Alex Caruso with the big bop, bing bang. They tried it twice and it worked the second time. Ah, he's too good. Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso. Have a go at the big bop. Try time. Try time. EA says up. Bradley looking good the past few weeks. Bradley's been good this whole season. Bradley's underrated hooker. He's a good player. He's had 3 tries this season. No, it said 1 try. 3. Oh, 3 this season. Yeah, that's right. In the same sense, like that could have either worked for Nico in the last play or Brayley in that play, and luckily it worked for Brayley. Hey, Sundo! Hey, Sundo, got a question for you, son. So Sundo said finally over work keen for what looks to be a close game. It's a close game, Sundo. I want to ask you a question. Remember how you doubted me? And you said none of these will hit? None of those try scorers will hit? Well, Semi Valame has already scored, buddy. Semi Valame has already scored. So if we get Sione Katoa tonight, you're going to be shush. You're going to be shush. I'm already at 50% in total. I'm already at 50%. I've still got another 50 minutes to go this game. Gee whiz. Son, you've got to get on the level. You just got to get on that level. There's like a difference. There's like a level of difference. This is the level of doubting, and this is my level. Someone says big ball man. No, it's Alex Caruso. If you guys don't get that reference, he's a basketball player. He plays for the Chicago Bulls. Also, it's bye weeks. I'm in Barley mode. Don't be in Barley mode, Olivia. You don't want to do a Nelson or Safa Solomona. That's not what you want to do. Potato head, not okay. T-Ricky says 10-6 to the Cowboys. No, it's not T-Ricky. It's 12-12. Are you live, T-Ricky Namoga? Are you live? It's 12-12 with 7 minutes to go here in the first half. You should never have doubted me. You should never have doubted me, Sunder. It was actually, I had a cry. I had a bit of a tear. When I saw you doubting me, I was like, wow. Can't believe it. Who wouldn't know Alex Caruso, the greatest of all time? Jeez, the Sharks are annihilating the Cowboys at the moment with this momentum. So first tackle, Royce Hunt and Blake Brayley, and penalty to the Sharks. They're all over the Cowboys right now. It's like they just clicked up a notch. It's like they just absolutely clicked up a notch. That Sharks play was very funny. Yes, because Clark, he's a funny man. Clark, a funny man. What did Nelson do? Livia, I think you might want to get a Google for that one. I don't think I can talk about that. Don't know about that one. Alright, so here come the Sharkies. They're 35 minutes out from the line of his second tackle. At least Pellissier, that's a bonus. Always a bonus, Jay. Always a bonus. Alright, Hazelton. He's going to be 15 metres out from the line. Grayson Livingston, you shut your dirty mouth. Grayson Allen's a piece. Oh, you shut up. Royce Hunt! 5 metres out from the line. Royce Hunt! No, he's knocked the ball on. Has he scored? Or has he knocked it on? It's a try time, Royce Hunt! It's a try time, Royce Hunt. I thought he knocked that ball on. Big bopper, Royce Hunt. Big bopper, shaggy, big bopper. Yeah, I thought that Granville put his foot in, which actually he can't do, and made him knock it on. But for any Cowboy fan who might complain, he gets away from the tackle here. They all fall off the tackle. They're not holding onto him still, and he keeps going. Nico Hines back on the inside there, so Supercoach owners, you'll be happy with that. But Royce Hunt will get up and... Oh, yeah, it's a try. Matty Parsons is still so upset after Matilda's making finals would have been a G-up. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not too upset. I was frustrated last night. Pretty clean put down. Yeah, at first, though, from the behind angle live, it looked like Granville came in and just, like, whacked it out with his feet. And with a front row forward, especially off the bench, a lot of the time you would see them knock those balls on, but that was fantastic there from Royce Hunt. Andrew says, let's go Sharkies. Had a little one-on-one. A little one on them makes working from home better. Absolutely. Southern Sun says, as a Roosters fan, I think we want Sharkies to win. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you aren't catching the Sharks. You're not catching anyone, to be fair. But in the same sense, you're not catching the Sharks. So, Nico Hines will convert it, and it will be 18-12 here. High-scoring game. Yeah, Roosters points differential. You're not catching anybody, except for the Raiders. And you would have to expect them to lose to the Dogs this week, effectively. You'd have to hope the Raiders lose every single game from here on out, and the Roosters win every single game from here on out. Or you win all 3, Raiders lose 2. No, sorry. If Raiders, if they win 1 and you win 2, then it's like okay. But in the same sense, you're neither of you are nearly making it at that point. And it's just we're talking about footy. We are talking about footy. So this is no Ray's going to fade. Yeah, but in the same sense, you need them to lose to the Dogs, mate. You think the Dogs are very doable? You think the Roosters are very doable, mate? Yeah, bro, I've got you as like a 2% chance. 2%. I think you've been biased, brother. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'll give you a bit of a reality check. I think you've been biased. I do not think that you are going to overtake the Raiders when you are currently 4 points behind the Raiders. If they win one game, you're not going to be competing with them. And all they need to do is beat the Dogs and you're done, basically. You need so much to go your way. So much, because your points differential is god-awful. You're at minus 84. Oh! And that's a put down of the Sharks. The Cowboys get the ball. Sam Jenkins says, Taulagi, please. Well, Cowboys here. 40 metres out from the line. Granville. He's going to be 35 metres out of the line. Of course, we won the Super Cup, and shit, buddy. It wasn't easy. But of course we win, son. Of course we win. So second tackle now, 25 metres out. They go to Chad Townsend. Townsend did, and taken down to 23. Third tackle. Have you only got Taulagi as the other one from the Cowboys? So you have 3 others from the Sharks, do you, Sam? Watch the Dogs win. Watch the Dogs win. God. I don't know about that. Taulagi gets off to Drinkwater. Drinkwater taking down 5 metres out from the line. Fifth tackle now, Reece Robson. He goes right inside. He's got Taulagi underneath, but it will be a 7 tackle set come out for the Sharks. So once those Chooks aren't making it, no, they're not. No, they are not. All right, so Sharks get the 20. If Cows lose, say they can't make the 8. They play Penrith home last game of the season. Yes, but if the Broncos are to lose next week, who do the Broncos play? Then the Panthers could rest everybody. You know, it just comes down to the Broncos. If they win next week, then the Panthers still have a lot to play for. If the Broncos lose next week and the Panthers win, then it's done and dusted. They get the minor premiership. Rays, Broncos. There's a world Rays did beat the Broncos earlier this season. I don't think it happens, but there's a world. It's in Canberra too. Trindle, Tracy, Hello, Talakai. Hello. Hello, we on the same page, yeah? Oh no, we're not on the same page. We're not on the same page there, apparently. Justice says we play the Raiders, yeah. It says we play 8 p.m. UK time on Saturday home game versus Newcastle. How's that treat you for a kickoff time over there? That's like 5 a.m. 5:30, 5? It's usually about 10 hours or so. 8 p.m. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Oh, that's going to be a knock on here from the Sharks. So it'll be Cowboys ball. Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be 6 a.m. Is it 5 or 6 a.m.? It's up for the Fairies. Where's he going, mate? He's so gone. Yeah, he's just lost that ball backwards, and then Royce Hunt knocked it on, and so did Wade Graham. You know, I'm going to make a tea for myself tonight. All this sore throat and bloody cough in the last week or so, haven't made myself one tea. I wish I still had my Norwegian roommate. He would always make teas. He was a good bloke. Are you sure the Broncos Raiders game next week? Am I? What day is it? Because I know that I'll be at Melbourne for Melbourne versus Titans. But next week, here we go. Cowboys 6 again at the halfway point. Chad Townsend gives it off to Cohen Hess. He's going to be 45 metres out of the line. Make a honey and lemon tea. Sponsors on the field are edited on the TV because it's not there when I go to the games. Thank you, mate. So Cowboys here, 14 metres out from the line. They go right-hand side. Off to Drinkwater. Drinkwater! Drinkwater! Oh, I guess the off away to Semi Valame. Semi Valame. Oh, 3 minutes out from the line. Good scramble there from the Sharks. Real good scramble there from the Sharks. 6 again, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Townsend, they got numbers out left to Cowboys. Got numbers out left. Did. No, he should have done that. He shouldn't have done that. No, he should have passed that. Like, they had the numbers. It would have been 2-on-2. Would have been a good battle, but he ran himself. Robson back on the inside here to Townsend. Townsend! Oh, he's lost the ball. Oh, the lollies have dropped everywhere. The lollies have dropped everywhere. Surprised the Sharks didn't get up a try just then. Surely. Down bloke, what a muppet. Just have a spoon of Manuka honey. Always on the treat. No, but I'm not a fan of honey. I don't mind like banana smoothies, but like I'm not a big fan of honey itself. But there we go, guys. It is half a time. Big old half time here. 18-12 to the Sharks and a cracker game. Cracker game right now at half time. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Hit that big old subscribe button. On our way to 25k. And let's crack it on. Let's crack it on. We'll get there by the grand final. I reckon we'll get to the 25k by the grand final. How's Matilda's stream last night? Matilda's stream was fine. We had a lot of views. We had a lot of viewers. But we would have had a lot more too if it wasn't for... Unfortunately, my roommate cut the internet at like the 60th minute mark, which was frustrating. Yeah, unfortunately, the internet was cut by one of the roommates at the 60th minute mark. We got back up and running at like 70 minute mark and whatnot, but still was very frustrating time. Very frustrating. I think we had about 250 people in the chat when the stream was cut, and then obviously I think we got back up to about 130 or so. But it would have been massive, especially when Sam Kerr scored her goal. It would have been that we would have had quite a few people in. So it wasn't said it's Chooks versus Tigers and Rays versus Broncos same day as Titans. I won't be able to stream Rays and Broncos or Chooks Tigers then. I'm just going to drink, guys. One sec. Anyways, tell me whether you roommate. I actually spoken to him. Yeah, I was so angry last night, but I was so angry last night. He's alright though. He didn't mean to do it. He didn't do it deliberately, but very frustrating. That's another reason. Like it's like you don't have anything against anyone, but in the same sense, you just kind of want to be. You kind of get your own place. Muscle says the Matildas game are a very short turnaround. Yes. Why are you drinking straight from a keg, mate? Well, it's good. It's great because then I don't have to think about getting water all the time. You know, if I have to keep filling glasses like this up, if I have to keep going fill glasses like this up, it'd take me about 33 trips to have what I just had just then. Can't go wrong with a bit of water. Oh, I just want to have Coke Zero in the fridge, but I do, but I'm not going to get it. I'm going to have it after. Yeah, I'm going to have it after. No, I'm going to start prioritising my health a bit more going forward. But obviously, throughout this season, travelling a heap, travelling nearly weekly, doing streams and whatnot, you can really forget about your health. And I'm going to start fixing that from probably next week or so. I really need to start knuckling down on it. You know when you just know that you just haven't been great? Yeah, I need to do that. So unfortunately, no more pieces from the old slapper. But you know what? It will go towards what's something really healthy? What's something really healthy? What is like a good health joint? Health food joint and stuff like that. Okay. Slapper with the $50 donation says that pizza's healthy. Appreciate you, Slapper. To answer your question there, Slapper, pizza's not healthy. Pizza's not healthy there, son. They're not healthy, champion. So, don't know about that one. Macca's garden salad, but appreciate something, thank you. Someone's family says Macca's garden salad. Don't know about that. Some poke bowl place. Yeah, get around it. Yeah, there's the slap gif. Yeah, I love that gif. I love it. Now, when you know what it is, it's funny. Subway's still quite fattening, to be honest with you. It's still quite fattening. Someone wants to make BKR into a pizza. I think so. Maybe Boost. Yeah, Boost has got some healthy stuff, but in the same sense, a lot of that is also quite sugary. Do you drink? No, I do not, Andrew. With Fiji, I have a bit of fun, like around Christmas, but not really. I used to. But no, I don't. I don't really drink alcohol too much, man. Unless it's like an occasion. I know Dan's wedding is like in a month or so. But with that being said, I probably won't drink that either, to be completely honest with you. I did plenty of that in my time. I love how I said my time, still my 20s. Your 30s is when you're rocking. Your 30s is when you start rocking. Justin Sunner says, Subway is just all bread with 3 tomatoes and 3 cucumbers and a shredding of lettuce. Hardly a daily veggie intake. Yeah, the bread, usually people get, like, they feel like they're being healthy because they're eating a sandwich, but they're getting, like, an Italian herb and cheese. It's like, that's a really fattening bread. And just that long piece, the foot-long bread, you think I have ever, if you ever catch me in a Subway and you see me ordering a 6-inch, I want you to slap me. I want you to slap me Will Smith style. I will never, ever get 6-inch. I'm never going into a Subway to get 6-inch. That is disgraceful. It should be illegal. You need to have a word to yourself. You need to have a word to yourself. Truly. Truly. Andrew says, in my time, I never felt older. Mate, your 30s are when you rock. Your 30s are when you start rocking. Next minute, Andrew's going to tell us he's in his buddy 60s. Actually, like Carl's Jr. Okay, Carl's Jr. is not, no, that's not healthy, champion. Eat leaves and grass. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I'm going to be too busy with Fortnite to be married. Hopefully, funnily enough, I have to stream. This guy is such an idiot, right? Dan is an idiot. And you guys can feel free to comment this on the vlog on Saturday, or on Monday, sorry. Comment on the vlog saying Dan is an idiot. He decided, right? This is what he decided. He decided to get married on the night of a preliminary final. The day of the preliminary final on Saturday is when he's getting married. I said, you are an idiot. I have to do this for starters. And can you imagine if the Titans had made the prelim that day? I'm not going to tell you where the wedding is, but it's not in Sydney. It's not in Sydney. So the one that is that he's so stupid. He's just lucky. He's so lucky. So lucky that the preliminary final wasn't on Titans wasn't the Titans this year, because no one would have gone. And we all love Dan, but it would have been like, it's the Titans. Greg Martin with the $8 donation. Get around. Appreciate your braces. Blazing Clarky drunk stream. It could happen one day. Could happen one day. When I'm in Canberra, streaming it at the wedding, or when I get my own place and he comes around. Yeah, I hate Dan Andrews. Thank you, Connor. Yep. That's not who we're talking about, but fair enough. Thank you for letting us know. Dan will have the day off. Dan's an idiot. Dan is an idiot. Zach says Oliver's is healthy. What's an Oliver's? Should we at the wedding? I'm probably going to have to leave. I'm probably going to have to go to the wedding, the ceremony and whatnot, and then leave and not really say too much for the reception and whatnot, and then come back afterwards. Hopefully it's still going. I don't know. Everything healthy in moderation, eat whatever. Okay, no, Malcolm. No. But yeah, you're right. But you have to be healthy in the first place for that to be happening. You can't be massive, or you can't be a big bopper, and then that to apply. You can't be a huge bopper and then that apply. Andrew says I'm 39. Shit. Well, you just had the best years of your life, Andrew. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop. No, you know what? You're friggin' 40s. Now you're talking. You're mature enough. You're killing it. You crack on. 40s, you know what not to do. You know what not to do. Time to get time to go on a flight and visit the nice old islands of North Sentinel Island. Great time to be alive. Probably won't be for too much longer though. You can ask somebody, Mouse says, Dan will be playing Fortnite during his wedding. Probably. Jones is getting your peas is the best time of your life. Oh boy, you have no idea. You youngins. Imagine getting your peas is the best time of your life. Out of all the best time in your life, everything that could happen, you think that getting your peas is... You don't even have a full license, brother. You don't even have a full license. Slabber says you can be big and do that as long as you have a Diet Coke, it cancels it out. It's a good point. But doesn't Diet Coke have cancerous stuff in it? I think all of it does, to be fair. But I heard back in the day there was some research that said Diet Coke was not good for you. By the way, guys, if you're tuning in halftime wondering why the hell we're talking about this, it's because it's halftime. It's 18-12 to Sharks. I wouldn't say it's the best time of your life though. I don't know. Yeah, getting your P's in high school is pretty fun. It's go-to. It's good, but the best time of your life. You're not even 18 yet. You can't have a drink legally yet. You can't have a drink. Rip mad skids in the local Macca's drive-thru. God, I wish, in life, you could screenshot a comment to come back and I would tell him to look at that comment in 10 years and think if he thinks it's still cool. Rip mad skids in the local Macca's drive-thru. I would have thought that was cool 10 years ago. Not really. Rip mad skids. You're getting older when you don't really appreciate sentences like that. Slapper says you'll have better times doing stuff inside the car. Oh no. And it says halftime health section. Let us okay. I nearly want to time you out, Andrew. for that. I nearly do, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, me not driving and I don't even have my license. Hey, well, guess what? The best time of your life is coming up soon. It's coming up soon, blood, bruv. Fully hectic G. Coming soon. Dearie me. I hate you. That's kids from a different generation. I think that there was one time my mate Kurt, one time, this was ages ago. This was when I was like probably 16 actually. And I was in the car with him. And I was in the car with Kurt, and it was raining, and he did a skid. Honestly, that car nearly flipped. Like, it was, you could feel it nearly flip. You could nearly feel it flip. Olivia, and I've never been interested in it ever since. Olivia says, I now know I'm going to be staying away from Jalen on the roads. I definitely don't go to the same Maccas that Jalen goes to. That's a great idea. And if you work there, call the cops. Call the cops on Jalen. Jack O'Neill says, the way Brady sits in the Fox League desk makes me honestly think he believes he's the Godfather. Yeah, there's a weird like sense of self-entitlement right now amongst the New South Wales camp. I won't lie. It's just like a weird like sense of self-entitlement. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never been a massive car person though. Like I grew up with a dad kind of, but like I grew up with a dad, but in the same sense, he never really was into cars himself. So I never really got into cars. So I guess that's why I never really got into those skids and stuff like that. Honestly, for me, I just care about getting a car from A to B. Liam Fenton says I have 9 multis on this game. 9 multis. Well, you know you have a betting addiction when you've got 9 multis on this game. I'm not going to ask you your multis because I don't want to see 9 different multis in the chat. I'd say off the road when Jay Hayes on it too. Mate, Jay's license got taken away from him when he was 70, and that was 50 years ago. All right, gee whiz. His car has plastic wheels and no roof. Now that's something I used to like. Those, you know that thing that, I don't know if it still is a thing. Surely it would still be a thing. You know those like remote control cars, but it's on like one, like you can design the track. You know those like, it's like you click a button and all it does is go forward. I don't think it goes back. But it was like an orange thing and you would just like design like this like race car track. It was so much fun back in the day. So much fun. I've been there, done that, haven't gambled in 45 days. Mate, Sunday, you're killing it. We love it. But you're killing it. 45 days, mate, you may as well, honestly, you may as well get a knighthood. That's actually really good, bro. Proud of you. Tony Kelton says stock cars. I don't know. Although they were like little things, they were cool as. Like they were shiny. They were like metal. It's like a metal thing, but it was like, and then you could do like you know, not Hot Wheels, but you could do it with Hot Wheels. But like you could do this orange thing, and it would literally go around. It was so cool. Grayson says, fully sick bar. That's what the people say on their jet skis blasting techno. Justin Summers says, hey, that's a lot for me. No, I'm not making fun of you. So no, I'm actually saying good on you, bro. Like, that's good. I'm saying that's good. That's great. I was like you too, bro. Like, I stopped gambling myself. It just says micro machines. And I don't know what they were. Like, maybe it could be that. I was like 5 at the time, lads, so I don't know what the name of them were. But like they're like little remote. They're not like a remote. It's not like you drive them to the public. It's just when they're on that orange track and you could design the track. Track racing cars were cool. That's the one. And then you'd always, buddy, you'd just have like 4 different lanes and whatnot. It was cool as. Maybe it was Matchbox cars. Maybe. I'm gonna Google it. Matchbox cars. I think, is it? Maybe if I look at images, it'll tell me if it is. No, but there's like an actual racing track. This one. Yeah, maybe I think it was Matchbox. I think it could be that. It could be. I don't know, lads. I'm not 7 anymore. But they were cool. They were great. The Hot Wheels tracks. I think it just was that. It probably just was Hot Wheels. Track races, the metal touches the track. I think that's probably the one, YT Targo. James Tarmo has announced his NRL retirement, by the way. Oh, Cowboys coming out of the second half. No more Matchbox 20 and no more pizzas from the slap bar. It's time to get back into the game here. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Liam says, if you know, you know. I don't think we know, Liam. So it's going to be hard to know if we don't know. You know? I think it's going to be hard to know Considering that we don't know, you know? So Cowboys will kick it off here. Do you mean Skelex I honestly have no idea. I think it's just the Hot Wheels. Skelex cars. Maybe if I Google this. It could have been. No, I think it was Hot Wheels, but it could have been that Skelex thing. Alright, so Sharks will start with the ball here. And they're going to get... Oh! Huge hit! And it's going to be a knock on there for the Sharkies. Jeez, Gemini Nana with a massive hit there. Slapper with the $20 redo says. Have another beat to them. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Slapper. Get around you, bro. But that's a massive hit there from Jeremiah Nanai. And, but to be fair, Royce Hunt was losing the ball anyway. To be completely fair, Royce Hunt lost the ball anyway, but it is a huge hit from Nanai regardless. I wonder if that incompetent ref will be at Tamo's retirement speech. Diet pizza, less cheese, ordered by Slapper. What a play. What a play. His horse for son just got jammed. Alright, so Cowboys here. They get a good little start this second half. They're 10 metres out with a fresh set of 6. Dearden gives it off to Petahiku. No, sorry, Motalangi. We want to see score for Sam's bet. You'll know when you know. Will I? Well, then fair enough. I'd like to know. Maybe one day. Drink water! Taking down 5 metres out of the line. First tackle. 6 again. 6 again. Chad Townsend gives it off here to Griffin Neem. It's going to be 5 metres out of the line. Does anyone know? Oh, Cowboys knocking the ball on. Oh, Alex Caruso is my hero. Oh, my God. Alex Caruso's been everywhere today. Everywhere. Marcus says, the only thing I had was a sparkling yo-yo. Hey, I used to be really good at yo-yos. I used to always want to be like a professional yo-yo when I was really young. I did. Like, I could do all the tricks and shit. It was good as. Blonde drops it. Alright, so Sharks here 10 minutes out from their own line. If Tom Dearden scores, I'm calling in sick tomorrow. I think if Tom Dearden scores, the Sharkies are calling in sick. Because I don't know if that's going to be happening. Why would you... I'm not actually going to say it because Tom Dearden could score, but why would you bet on Tom Dearden? You should have been a member. Liam Fenton, you should have been a member of the channel because we've already got one try score prediction correct on the member section of the predictions so far. For this game, we had Semi Valame and Sione Katoa. And we've got 2 try score predictions for every single game this weekend. The Casino X is long-time lurker. Hello, welcome lurker. We all love a good lurker. Usually we find the lurkers through the through Slapper. Or it's going to be Sione Katoa. Usually that's how we find the lurkers. He has to go down, he has to sacrifice, and it will be taken out. Oh no, it's a penalty. Yep, Sione Katoa's an idiot. That's a penalty, Cowboys. He's an idiot. No, commentary doesn't know what's happening here. It's an obstruction. Blah, blah. Did anyone else have the NED yo-yo guy come to their school and sell yo-yo tricks to do tricks with? I remember. There used to be always those kind of people that would come. No, the best thing at the school was when you had that big giraffe. The big giraffe in the white van. It's a bit scary to think about nowadays when you put it that way. Alright, so right-hand side, they give it off. Don't know if I can read your comment now, Slabber. It's going second tackle here for the Cowboys at the 20. Micro Machines brought me to the chat. Oh, so it is Micro Machines Casino Inc. It is Micro Machines. Is that what I'm thinking about? Happy Harold. Happy Harold. Is it Happy Harold or Healthy Harold? Either way, you're happy and healthy. Or Reece Robson gets on a Petahiku, and Hicker's going to be taken out at 25. I'm not normally this far behind you. Did you change your internet provider? I'm on 9 now. Unfortunately my camera's not working. It's like got a brown screen across it. Cowboys 10 minutes out. It's got like a brown strip across it, so I have to watch it on 9 now. But everyone kept saying I'm well behind. So how are you well behind me? Hey, terrible kick there from the Cowboys. And the Sharks away, Braden Trindle. Trindle gets the ball to the 15. Lincoln, how do I join? Near the subscriber button, it should say join or something like that. I know these guys would know more than me in regards to how to join. Giraffe was drugged out. You think about it, probably was. How else are you going to deal with kids all day like that? All across the country. Third tackle. Considering says, no, they were right. They were right. Is racetracks still around? Micro machines, they were tiny cars. Yeah, tiny cars and the little orange tracks, and you could build your own track and stuff. They were the sickest things back in the day. Forward tackle of the Sharks. Kind of Tracy. Jeez, they're making good meters. A good offload there by Tracy. Jeez, he's having a good game. He's having a great game here, Tracy. 45 likes, 73 watching. Smack the like button. Yeah, you may as well. Let's get up to Fitty. Get a Fitty bomb on likes. Alright, so Cowboys here. Drinkwater gives it about at the back here to Semi Valame. And Valame's going to be taken down at the 24. First tackle now for the Cowboys at the 25. Dearden goes left-hand side off to Kyle Felt. I tell you what, though, like out of all the try-scorer predictions that I went for this week on the members section, if the one for the Titans comes off, we're all having a good time. That's a massive value one. Because obviously, I could have easily gone and given you 2 try-scorer predictions for the Panthers, but I gave you one for the Panthers, which should happen. But if the Titans one comes off, that'd be massive, massive value. All right, so right-hand side now, it's going to be Robson and Dearden. And Dearden will get taken down to 28. All right, so left-hand side to Townsend. He whacks that ball up into the corner. Sione Katoa. No, it's Molitalo. Oh, I think that's knocked off for the Cowboys. And Con Tracy picks it up. He's at the 5. He's still going. No, it's going to be a knock off for the Cows, yeah. Oh, Dad mate just dropped the link for you there, Liam. So 18-12 here, 46 minutes gone. Cowboys just can't, they don't have that clinical. There's just something clinical missing from them right now. Do we have good games tomorrow? I know Saturday games are quite shit, but do we have good games tomorrow? Warriors Manly should be fun. Eels Roosters is a big game. Love that. Warriors Manly could be fun though. Blood Blast, that one rich kid, you got his parents to buy him the metal Beyblades would smash his poverty plastic ones. Mate, Beyblades back in the day, they slapped. Beyblades slapped. Third tackle now at the 35. Oh, he's going to try and claim a penalty for something. Poke in the eye or something, I don't know. Nico Hines gives it off here to Britton Nakora, and Nakora is going to be 40 metres out. Hey, Blake, if you're still watching, mate, Blake Harler, what's Nico Hines on Supercoach? Hines underneath there. Tracy taken down. A great tackle by Reece Robson. Off to Nico Hines. Hines whacks that ball into the corner. Should be an easy one for Valame, but this is a good chase here from Wade Graham. Jeez, he's throwing himself on the line. Beautiful. I think we all, as kids though, anyone who grew up with Pokemon starting, we all wish so desperately we kept all our Pokemon cards though. Hines 27. Okay, I'm glad that I got rid of him for Cleary. Probably shouldn't speak too early though. Honestly, you could argue Hazelton's been mad in the match. Yeah, he's been great. Hazelton has been incredible for the Sharks. Oh! Jeez, Is that Talaco? No, it's Jesse Ramian in for a shot. He comes in for a second. He's lost the ball! Oh, that's huge from Jesse Ramian. Nico Hines here at the 40. He gives it off, and Valame gets a good hit. No, he doesn't. Oh, what's Molitalo doing? What's happening with the ball right now? I was the kid that envied kids that could afford lunch orders. Yeah, Mum always kind of made me gave it everything to me. But I now know she didn't have it to give. But, you know, I never felt, well, I did feel at the time like I didn't have everything I wanted, but now you know, you respect it a lot more. Oh, jeez, not a great pass from Hines, but Nikora's picked it up and he's got the spot at the 15. I wish I kept my Game Boy Color. How much are they worth now? Left-hand side here to Royce Hunt, and Hunt's going to be 10 metres out for the line. 4 tackle. Gets the offload away. Sorry, 3rd tackle. Blake Brayley gives it off to Jack Williams. I would love Sione Katoa to score here so that both my try-score predictions come off tonight. Blake Brayley. Left-hand side. This is the side. Wade Graham! Try time for the big man. He's 84 years old and scored back-to-back weeks. $6 on Wish. Well, there we go. That's a try time of the Sharkies. And Wade Graham, he's 84 years old and scored in back-to-back weeks. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have said that too early in regards to Nico Hines. Maybe I shouldn't have said it too early, Blake. Shouldn't have said it too early. The Sharkies. Slap, slap, slappy, slap. Ali Mess's Cowboys season over, you reckon? They have a bye next week. No, they didn't. They had a bye last week. I'm thinking about the Rabbitohs. Yes. No, because if the Knights lose to the Rabbitohs, it comes down to if the Knights beat the Rabbitohs, I would say yes, because the Rabbitohs have the bye next week. So the Cowboys, they would need a lot to go their way. Because the Cowboys next week play the Dolphins. They win that game. But then they play the Panthers. The Panthers might still be playing for, top spots. They won't rest their players. So I would argue yes if they lose this game. But only if the Knights beat the Rabbitohs. Well, if you want to try, maybe just call your retirement at this point. Yeah, exactly right. Well, James Taylor's not playing. He just called his retirement. Nico Hines slices it through. No, Blake. No. Not in Cleary we trust. I hope Cleary gets 0. I want to captain Cleary, and I want to get 0 points from Nathan Cleary. No, Blake. How about absolutely goddamn not? You know? You know what I'm saying? You getting the vibe what I'm saying here? I was a kid that put a rubber band around my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, same. Yu-Gi-Oh, that was great back in the day. The Casino Wing says, yeah, a little faith. Felt coming with 2 quiz foos. Felt's what the player once was. If he said Murray Talangi, it makes sense. He said Murray Talangi, but I don't know about Kyle Felt, man. Felt's days are numbered, unfortunately. The only reason he's actually playing is because Valentine's suspended, because otherwise Semi Valame would be on the wing. Actually, no, Semi Valame is on the wing. What is it again? Who's in? No, Murray Talang will be on the wing. Valentine Holmes will be in the centres. That's the one. Say no to Cleary. Say no to Cleary, Jalen. Say no to Cleary. Also, guys, if you are new here and you're wondering why I seem sick, it's because I am just recovering from a sickness. I travel every week with the team and whatnot, and I go pretty full out at games. So I've been really run down the last couple of weeks, and I haven't had a rest, and I've just kept making it worse, pretty much. So I'm just kind of recovering from it at this point. I'm coming to the end of it, but just to get rid of this cough. And they're going to kick this ball into the corner. But we'll be drink water, bring it out from the 10. I think once the grand finals finish, I'll probably do... to be fair, I can't even have a real bit of a break, actually, because we have the Pacific Cup. We have Tonga playing England. We've got Samoa playing Australia and New Zealand. We've got Fiji playing Papua New Guinea and the Cook Islands. But there's no rest this year. There's no rest. And then we've got the Rugby World Cup as well. God help us. Cowboys penalty. That's a penalty to the Cowboys. Liv says you need a good break on finals. Yeah, but I can't, though. I dead set can't. Maybe after that, after the World Cup, of the Rugby World Cup, plus also after the the international games, and Australia playing New Zealand and Samoa, Tonga take on England, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Cook Islands. Once that's done, I'm going to have a bit more of a break. So Fairboy says, if you're not tipping Tom Weaver, you don't know the game. Tom Weaver's going to absolutely crunch it. I suggest getting a sinus drainer. I don't even know what that is. I would assume it drains your sinus, but so right side, Townsend gives off the Din off the drink water. Oh, taking down 10 minutes after the line. Don't forget the BKR staff Christmas party in Viva la Mexico. Now we're talking. They're 3 minutes out from the line. Cricket World Cup 2. Oh, it's a Cricket World Cup on as well. Oh my God! Semi Valame! Oh, trying to shove his way over a fit tackle. Probably should have kicked it through. Someone says all the international games are back at training camp for next season. That's not really my problem, man, in regards to training camp. I'll see the boys in January. I'm going to go probably for the month of November to Fiji. Ali says, BK, you go to Vegas next year. It doesn't really make sense for me, man. I would love to do it, but it doesn't really make sense to me. My team's not playing there. It's the Roosters, Manly, Rabbitohs, and Broncos. It'd be great, but in the same sense, in the next 5 years, the Titans will play there, right? So why bother? Penalty. Yep. Penalty Sharks. Mary Xavier, get rid of the Shaggies. Set up sombrero dances all around. Absolutely, Olivia. Now we're talking. We excited for the NFL season to start up. Yeah, I've got my fantasy draft next week. It's always a big one, this fantasy draft. We have it with the BKR Sport. We have it with BKR Sport. We do an NFL fantasy draft each year. $50 entry. You win $600. It's 12-man league, PPR. Done plenty of mock drafts. And I can't tell you guys who I'd be looking to get because then some little bastard is watching here who's probably in the league would snake me. Would snake me in my fantasy. I don't want that. But I'm the third overall pick. Zeke's everyone's first pick. Zeke's not the first pick. You don't pick Zeke until like pick 13. Alright, so Sharks now. They're going to be 45 meters out of the line. Jameer Gibbs is the man, but I'm super excited for the NFL now. Yeah, Keen has. Next 3 tries, the 2 times Felt, 1 times Talakai. Nah, you need to give 1 to Siona Katoa, please. Because then I'll be right with my try score predictions and the members can feel like it's worth it being a member. So right hand side, Nico Hines. Hines at the back here, Nikora. Nikora makes me want to throw up. Over the sideline there. 55 minutes gone here. 24-12 to the Sharks. Cowboys are doing fine, but they're not doing fine too. My prediction for the game was 24-22, so if the Cowboys scored 10 more points... Paddy Mahomes on the championship? No, mate. Detroit Lions this year, man. I've got the best chance of ever seeing my Detroit Lions win a playoff game in my life. In my life. And then I'm picking Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy? What's wrong with you? So first tackle here for the Cowboys. Brock Purdy. A lot of wide receivers going top 10 this season. Yeah, well, I'm either getting one of Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, or Jamar Chase. The guy who's with pick 1 is a Bengals fan, so I would assume he goes Jamar Chase. I'm assuming the next one probably goes Justin Jefferson, and then I'm thinking I'll probably just go McCaffrey. So the Cowboys here, and then maybe on the turn pick up a... Well, Cowboys get this ball to the 40, maybe on the turn, second round. Maybe take a... I can't say it because I know one person might be watching. So fifth tackle here at the halfway point. Purdy threw 6 interceptions in training. Is he in their main quarterback? So Sharks now, 2 meters out. Yeah, Purdy's not even the starter, I don't think. You still keep up with the Cubs games? Of course I keep up with the Cubbies games. I'm a big Cubbies fan. We're smashing it. We had a nice little walk-off. I'm currently wearing a White Sox shirt, but we had a walk-off against the White Sox today. So Nico Hines will get this ball off to Jesse Ramian, and he'll get this ball to the 25, third tackle. Who do you think will make the 8? I personally think the 8's set. It all kind of comes down to actually how the Knights play this week. If the Knights win, the 8's set for me. If the Knights lose, then it's between Cowboys and Knights. I don't see the Eels making it, and there's no way I see the Roosters making it. But if the Knights win this week, I'd say the 8's set. Alright, so drink water here at the 15. And Semi Valame will get this ball out to the 30. Lance won't start. He was horrible last week. Purdy will start. About 1 million interceptions in training. Can Raiders drop out? They can, but they would have to lose to the Dogs. If they beat the Dogs, like they need to lose all 3 games for the rest of the season to drop out. But they're going first week anyway, so who cares? Fourth tackle now at the 45. Robson gives it off here. Townsend was looking for Drinkwater, couldn't find him. It'd be 35 metres after the line. Pants at the bottom. Exactly right, Olivia. Titans at the top. Look at the ladder. Very obvious. Huh? Very obvious. So Drinkwater puts that ball up in the air. And Con Tracy. Oh, knock on. Knock on there. So it's going to be 6 again here for the Cows. 6 again. Right inside. Petty Hicker's selfish. She had some Valame. Off to Townsend. Townsend 10 metres out. That's going to be knocked. Oh, it's going to be Sharks ball. No, that's fine. What do you mean no advantage, ref? What? What do you mean no advantage? You said we took the advantage against the Raiders. How is that not advantage? They cut out to the right-hand side and then cut back into the inside. How is that not advantage taken considering how they've been calling this? That's absolutely taken advantage. That's bullshit. You gave Manny Tomoko a try for the Raiders based off of 2 passes for the Titans in Canberra, but yet here for the Cowboys, you've allowed them to make about 7 passes, and yet their advantage isn't taken. The NRL have no idea what they're doing. The NRL have absolutely no idea what they're doing again. If the Cowboys score here, it's bullshit. Tom Din, so close, 2 metres out of the line. The Cowboys score here is bullshit. Cowboys score here, it's bullshit. Reece Robson off to Townsend. Townsend at the back end, Cotter. And Cotter's going to be taking out 5 metres out. That's awful. It's just awful. It's so inconsistent again. So inconsistent again. 3 metres out of the line. Robson at the back here. Din here. 10 metres out. Gives it off. And they're going to be 5 metres out of the line. Good defense out of the Sharks. And they're going to call penalty. They're going to call penalty to the Cows. Get it back into it, ref. Get it back into it. Get it back into it, ref. Go on. Go on. Get him back in. Bijan for big points this season. Yeah, I'm spewing that I'm third because if I was like 5th, I would have gone Bijan Robinson. But being in 3rd, you kind of have to go one of Jefferson, Chase, or McCaffrey. All right, so Ruben Connor now, 5 minutes out of the line. First tackle. 20 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. At least the Cowboys score here to make it an interesting finish. Right hand side, Tamalolo, Townsend. Townsend here, 10 minutes out here for the line. Petahiku. That's obstruction. That's obstruction. Okay, he's gone down. That's fine. Second tackle now, 13 minutes out for the line. Reese Robson rolls it, gets the ball, goes left hand side to Tamalolo. Would love to see Tamalolo score in his 250th. Would love to see it. Yeah, 3 minutes out from the line. Reese Robson! Oh, Neem's so close. 1 minute out from the line. This is good D from the Sharks at the moment. This is real solid D, which is what they need. Robson, short ball, Nanai, never happening. Never happening, sorry. 5th tackle now for the Cowboys. They're 3 minutes out from the line. Robson at the back here, Townsend. Townsend gives it out to Did. Now left hand side, gives it off here. They knock it on. Knock it on. That's good D from the Sharkies. And they get up to Braden Trindle. He's just going to run this ball back into the line. And that was amazing defense from the Sharks. And that is karma for the Cowboys because the Cowboys never deserve to score there based off an awful call to give them back the ball. Awful call to give them back the ball off of a knock-on where they clearly took the advantage of. So first tackle here for the Sharks and they're 15 metres out. But again, Sharks fans, you know you can score, but it's the defence that has worried you all season long. And that's been good. You've had great defence tonight. You really have. You've had good defence tonight and you needed that and you've done it again. But there's still 19 minutes to go here. Still 19 minutes to go. So right-hand side, it's going to be Toby Rudolph who'll get this ball to the 40. Looks like the Sharkies are starting to peak at the right time. You like that if you're a Sharks fan. I don't think they can win the comp, but, you know, there was excuses for the Panthers game. There was. Massive excuses. And Sharks now 48 metres out here from the Cowboys line. They're all back to Blake Brayley. Off to Trindle. Trindle left to Wade Graham. Wade Graham kicks this ball into the corner. 5th tackle. That's a good kick. If that sits up, that's a great kick from Wade Graham. That's a great kick. 18 minutes to go here of the game. Left hand side, Semi Valame. Cowboys need to do a bit more here, though. They do need to do a bit more. I don't know if my chat's working right now. Be 3rd tackle here for the Cowboys. It says they'll be another try surely. Oh, there'll be another try in this game, yeah. Probably for the Sharks, to be honest with you. Probably for the Sharks. So 30 minutes out. Dean goes right-hand side to Tamalolo. Tamalolo at the back here to Townsend. Townsend's got Drinkwater. He's got a gap. Massive pass out to Valame. That's a great pass. Valame here. He's at the halfway point. Gets the offload away to Petahiku. Hiku's never going to pass this ever. He never passes. 5th tackle here at the 42. At least the Cowboys are giving it a crack, though. Semi Valame off to Townsend. Very similar performance to how they played against the Titans about 3 weeks ago, though. And Broncos. Oh, the bounce. Tamalolo. Connor. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle from Connor Tracy. He's been great tonight, Tracy. Tracy has been great tonight. He's been really good. So Sharks here, they're 8 minutes out of the red line. Cowboys are throwing everything they've got at them. Like, granted, that was a lucky bounce, but in the same sense, like, Cowboys are throwing everything they've got at them right now. Nico Hines gets his ball to the 20. Blake Harler, need an update on Nico Hines if a great score to validate my opinion on getting Cleary in for Hines. I think he'd probably be on about 58, 60 or so. Maybe 65. Off to Hamunuweli, who'll get this ball to the 40. But guys, I feel like Gravy's a big part of Sharks defending a lot better. Ever since he took over Wilton, they've been better. Yeah. 40-20 attempt here from the Sharks. 40-20! That's a brilliant kick. That's a brilliant kick. Braden Trindle with a brilliant kick. 55, that's close. That's a brilliant kick there from Braden Trindle, 40-20. Yeah, Justin, I'm starting to get to the GG thought process. Geez, nearly charged down as well, but it was a brilliant kick from Trindle. That's a really nice kick from Trindle. But he is a 7, and that's the only problem with the Sharks. Trindle is a 7, Nico Hines is a 6, but they've been working together nicely recently. I think Nico's been playing a lot more of a 6 role, though. Even though he's got the 7 on his back. So Sharks now, they're 5 metres out from the line. Second tackle here. If they score here, you'd probably say it's game over. You'd probably say it's game over if they score here. Nico Hines. Yeah, it is season defining. I agree with the commentary here. That's 6 again here for the Sharks. Oh, no, apparently not. Nikora score a try, dog. No, Blake. I want the members to feel worth it. Get Sione Katoa a try. It's Sione Katoa! Oh, no, he didn't pass the ball there, Trindle. 5 metres over the line, 4th tackle. But I got Nikora instead of coach, so I do want Nikora to score. Nikora or Sione Katoa. 5 metres out, 5th tackle. Blake Brayley, he'll go right-hand side. Here's a chance here. Kicks it through for himself. It's a dropout. That's him. Braden Trindle's having a game, son. Braden Trindle is having a game. Look at this. You watch, there'll be teams that come in for him. Who needs a 7 right now? Who needs a 7? Don't say it. Who needs a 7? I guess the Cowboys could look at him. I don't think it's worth the risk for the Titans. I think if they're going to get a 7, they need to get a proven 7, or that's a penalty. Take it 2. What's Valamate doing? Valamate, you have to let that bounce, bro. Valamate, you have to let that bounce. Suns fanboy says, Bordeaux, please. You guys have been circle jerking toes for the last couple of weeks. What do you mean? Yes, he will stay. Yeah, but he's not a 6, though. I don't think you can win the premiership with him at 6 and Nico Hines at 7. Why is Valamate grabbing that ball? Like, you let that bounce there, man. That's probably game over. Like, 14 points, I think, is probably game over. 100 watching. Show the channel some love. Hit the like button. Stop and jump and chat. Exactly right, Jay. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe when you're around here. Don't forget, tomorrow we do have the Warriors taking on Manly and Eels Roosters. We'll be live for both of those. Trindle will take over Townsend when he's retired, maybe. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Cowboys could use him. You can make the argument for Titans, but I think if the Titans are going to go to market for 7, you'd have to go for a real proven one, because I do think Tanner's coming along nicely. I think that there's a share, like, I don't think he fits into the Warriors, but the Warriors are going to need a 7 soon. I guess Manly going to need a 7 soon too, actually. Dragons are a shout. Storm no need. Roosters are a shout, actually. Roosters are a shout. Put Sam Walker 6. Put Braden Trindle 7. Who else is there? I guess if the Rabbitohs are done with Ilias, they could have a think about putting in Trindle. I'm going to have a 38. This is crazy. Oh, well, the 2 points there. Oh, over 38. Oh, you should probably get another one. Yeah, I think the Cowboys have lost it at Casino Inc. Like, I think it was fair, like, getting behind them and whatnot beforehand for you, but in the same sense, this is why I said, I didn't understand the odds, right? That's why I told you guys to back the Sharks. Because I didn't understand the odds. The Sharks have come into form recently. They beat the Rabbitohs well, they beat the Titans well. You know, they were getting really, really smacked up in the media, not being able to beat, you know, the good teams, right? And the Sharkies had a pretty good away record this year, but the point of the matter is that they're in form. The Cowboys have come into this game off a bye, but off that bye, they also lost 2 games straight. One to the Titans at Seabus, and the other one was the Broncos. So they got done dirty by a double from Queensland, right? So the Cowboys are off form going into a bye, had rest, but in the same sense, like, they're not last year. People don't get this. The Cowboys are not last year's Cowboys. They are not last year's Cowboys. And this is why I was so confused when people just because they beat the Tigers 74-0, they also lost the Tigers 66-18. That was a revenge game. The Cowboys have not been back at any stage. And good weather from Drinkwater at 10. Cowboys used to be a top team. They were top 10 for 1 year. 1 year. They've got the talent, but in the same sense, I want to point this out to people who don't get it, right? Everyone went into last year thinking the Cowboys were going to come last. And then they ended up coming into the preliminary final. But the team list is pretty much the exact same that everyone thought. So it's a one-off kind of year there. But people have refused to look at that and say, you know what, it was a one-off year. They're not great now. And, you know, there's a few issues there. Maybe they've got to look for a new 7. Chad Townsend's not really doing it anymore. What the matter is, I think the Cowboys bought to their hype too much. It's still the same team list that people thought going into last year were going to be last place. I had them in last. A lot of people had them in last. But they surprised. But that doesn't mean they're going to continue on with it. You know, their team list is still okay. Connor's good. Val's good, who's out. Big loss there for Val. Drinkwater's good. I won't lie about that one. Didn't solid. But there's still a lot of mediocre players in this team. Ollie the Baller says Cows aren't making the top 8. I don't think they are. Especially if the Knights win. The Knights win, I think their season's done against the Rabbitohs. If the Rabbitohs win, then the Cowboys are still only 1 point away from the Knights. But the Cowboys have not really got any chance of doing better points differential. And they're currently getting sucked up. The Sharks are going to score again. There's 10 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. This is happening. Sharks are going to win 13 plus. Right inside, Nico Hines. Hines back to Tracy. Tracy here kicks it through. Grubber, drop out. Petahiku is shit now, boy. Okay, which is Cowboys have been a 1 year wonder since the Thurston retired. Well, they haven't been great since Thurston retired. So, they've had one good year. 1 good year since. And I have no problem with the Cows. I have no problem with the Cows, but you've got to look at it from an umpire standpoint. It's like, for me, the Titans right now, we're not good enough. It's just simple as that. I can be realistic about that. I can tell you, it's just not good enough. Unfortunately, we don't like to look at it from a realistic standpoint. It's all well and good to tip your team to do well and back your team in, but in the same sense, sometimes you got to sit back and think, you know what? I was wrong. I have a feeling Roosters are going to go have a strong end to their season and make finals. I have a feeling you're drunk. So it's going to be Toby Rudolph knock on. Rudolph knock on. Yeah, it's just been tired there. Exactly. Cows never beat the Storm. When the Cows beat the Storm, the Cows beat the Storm. The Cows didn't beat the Panthers, though. That's the biggest issue. The biggest issue is the Cows didn't beat the Panthers and people thought they beat the Panthers. Because the Panthers had everyone out. Cowboys had a few out. Yes, the Panthers overrated. I wouldn't disagree. I think Peyton's fine. I don't think Peyton's the problem. I think the boys have come into this... When you've got attitudes like Petahiku, who think that they've already won the comp. This is the Roosters' problem this year. They thought they won the comp before the ball was kicked. And I think the Cowboys thought pretty similarly. Not everyone, but I think a large consensus of them. When you've got guys like Petahiku coming to the Gold Coast and telling people that I thought it was a knock on, and telling people they've already guaranteed won the game and how good they are and they're going to whoop the Gold Coast and whatnot and then lose, it tells you a lot about their team mentality. It tells you a lot that they've got players like that who think they've already won. And that's a knock on there for Luciano Lua. I know it may seem like a null and void thing to say, but it's the truth. Good teams. The Panthers know they're good. They don't need to go, besides Jerome Luai, but Jerome Luai isn't really doing that. They don't do that publicly. That's not the negative on Jerome Luai. Jerome Luai is confident. He's a muppet, but he's confident. Petahiku it was just disrespectful what I heard. Raiders have a lucky season, I reckon, like Cows last season. Raiders like Cows last season. Raiders are awful. So Blake Brayley goes right inside Nico Hines. Hines now Toby Rudolph. And Rudolph can get this ball 15 metres out for the line for a tackle. I mean, the Cows have beat the Storm. It never happened. Don't want to relive my team getting slapped. Oh, Nico Hines! Oh, no. Nico Hines has scored a try. Cows gone. And that's all she wrote. And Blake Harler, I blame you. I blame you, Blake. Cleary better score 14 million points in Supercoach this week, Blake Harler. You better score 14 million. 14 million. 30-12 here. And you can start. Cowboys fans, you are the biggest Rabbitohs fans that ever existed this week. Border says Cowboys win easily with bottom 8 teams with just 1 wins. Well, they don't, though. 3 weeks ago, they lost to the Titans by 10 points. Take the captain on Cleary and be fine. Blake. You're making me confused. You confuse me. I confuse. Why would I want a captain going on against my team? Even though I know you're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Sharks in the top 4. For now, Rays play the Bulldogs. Oh, no, so not the Rays. Yeah, there'll be 18 points, but the Storm play the Dragons, bro. Like, no. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Yeah. Jay's having a good time. Okay, Blake, I need you to break my heart. What's Nico Hines on now? Is he on like 80? As long as he's not going above 100. The Casino Inc. says Cowboys still win. Well, they're about to be down by 20 points, my guy. They're about to be down by 20-odd pointerinos. And Nico Hines will slap it on the move, baby. So 32-12. With 6 minutes to go here at the game. 102. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like that. I do not like that. Alright, so Sharks are into the top 4. There will be a short drop at it from the Cows. And it's a knock on the Sharks. Well, it wasn't an awful game. Clearing Shea Cleary this week, no need to stress. Hey, Blake, can we stop disrespecting my team, please? Can we please? Why are we challenging this here, Sharkies? Like, come on, man. Just get the game over and done with. Get over and done with, sunshine. Deary me. Well, the Cows will go below the Eels if the Eels beat the Roosters tomorrow. To be fair, that's just... No, that's just a knock on there from the Sharks. Just knock on. Okay, let's disrespect Manly and because they're share about score 2-1. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's just a knock on there from the Sharks. Hey, well, at least I gave you 50% of the try scorers tonight. I gave you Valor, mate. Sione Katoa didn't score yet, but... Fun fact, the Finns are coming 14th and have a better for and against than the Raiders. Yes. The Dragons aren't too far off being better than the Raiders, 2-point differential-wise. So, next week, the Cowboys, I think, have another Thursday night game, don't they? No. What are they saying at North Queensland? It's not at North Queensland next Thursday. The last game of the season for the Cowboys. This is the last home game of the season for the Cows. Wow. Wow. This is the last home game of the season for the Cows. Their fans are going out on a bad note. Can Eels win without Moses? I think they can. I don't think the Roosters are that good, but I think they don't. I think the Roosters probably win. Townsend didn't off to Leilua. Oh, if Katoa intercepts that, I would have been perfect. That Sharks plus 5.5 looking real solid too. Bad. The rest of my multi stinks. Well, I told you to tip the Sharks. Eels can't win with Cam Smith on that team. Thank you, mate. 5 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. Damn it, I wish Sione Katoa caught that because that would have been bing bong. It would have been bing bong. But knock on Sharkies. So they've lost 20 points differential right now. Unless the Cowboys score now. They'll be on 12. They'll be on plus 12. Blitzy bandwagoner. And it's a penalty here to the Cowboys. 20 minutes out. Go with the 2. Bring it within 18. You can't bandwagon them now, Blitzy. You gave up on them. You gave up on them, mate. So 5 minutes to go here. It'll be Robson off to Tamalolo. Tamalolo, drink water at the back right side. I nearly died. It's back tomorrow. I'm here every day, bro. Except for Saturday. Because I'll be at the Titans-Panthers game. Tamalolo off to Din. Din, Leilua. Luciano Leilua. He's 15 minutes out. Oh, Taulangi. 2 minutes out from the line. I think one because the Cowboys aren't in the 8 anymore. You can't make that joke. You beat the Rabbitohs and we're in the 8. Defend your team, Blitzy. Shit. I defend my team more than you and we're in bloody 13th place. Right hand side, Townsend. Drink water. Knock on Hiku. What happened there, Hiku? What happened there? Who's talking shit now, boy? Who's talking shit now? Who's talking shit now, Penny Hiku? I'm not talking shit now, son. Don't worry, the Beaches beat you. Gold Coast and the Sharks. The Beaches beat you. And it's just, let's go Titans. I'm considering following a team. Mate, the only way is up for us, man. We've got a new coach next year, Desi Hasler. He's won multiple premierships before with Manly. Got a new coach. We've just re-signed Tino, 10 years. We've got David Fafita until 2026. We've got pretty much everyone to 2026. We've re-signed a lot of our boys. We're a good team, man. And also, if you want to support a team from one of the most beautiful places in the country, Gold Coast is the place to be. So, and it's not like a bandwagon of the team. And also, you watch this channel, so it is what it is. Celebrate. So, we live in the best place in the damn whole country, and everyone knows it, because that's where you guys come here to holiday. None of you can tell me we don't. You come here to holiday. Titans. Why are you saying it like that? Why are we saying Titans? It sounds like bloody pom-poms. Blaze, do you listen to Blog of Our Blaze? Not really, man. I do enough content myself, so I can't sit there for 3 hours and listen to that. I do an hour-long podcast with Clarky. I do all these streams. I do plenty of content myself. I've got other stuff coming up soon. And then I'm going to games and whatnot. I don't really have the time. But nothing against him. Not really my kind of content. Oh, I don't know now. It might have changed now. But back when I used to kind of listen to it a little bit, it was very flip-floppy, in the sense that he knows what he's talking about. They all know what they're talking about for sure. But it was like they didn't want to offend any fan base. So I didn't like that. It's not that I want you to offend a fan base. I just want you to be a bit more realistic. I remember listening to a podcast once, and it was telling me how the Tigers are a chance to still do really well this year and win a comp. And it's no. No. It's just, it's really babying the audience in that sense. I don't know if he's still like that, but again, I have no problem with Denon. I think he does really good, and he's obviously built some really good work in what he does. We Kiwis love the Gold Coast. It's expensive for us, yeah. Casino Eggs says, okay, I need a long shot tip for tomorrow. Well, mate, if you remember, you get my my players, my try scorers for tomorrow night. All every single game. Drink water. Oh, I could tell when you look at another intercept. He's so close. Hold on. Yeah, I know what you mean. He tries to look at all the positives as much as possible and not too much the negatives. It's because he knows the boys. He doesn't want to insult them. It's like with the Titans. I know the boys. So I don't want to insult them because I know them, right? But in the same sense, you have a responsibility as a creator, to be honest, as well. It's although I tell you guys all the time, Titans win the comp, blah, 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 top of the table and all that sort of stuff, I can also tell you I'm realistic. You also have to be realistic. He's no Stephen Crichton. What? Jesse Katoa. A minute to go here, guys. It's fourth tag. Don't forget, we will be here for both games tomorrow night. Eels, Roosters, that's an obstruction. Eels, Roosters, and Warriors, Manly. And hopefully our K is fixed. I rate the Gold Coast Stadium. Oh, it's a beautiful stadium. It's so underrated, man. And everyone who goes there always says the same thing. Oh, they went for another intercept. Oh, Jesse Ramian went for an intercept. Jeez, they went for 3 intercepts. They all knocked him on, though. 25 seconds ago. Jesse Ramian should have got that one, to be fair. Nah, Seabass Stadium is so underrated, bro. It's such a great stadium. I know it's under. I know. That's 3 potential intercepts that have gone to ground. They could have hit 50. If they got all 3 of those intercepts, they get 50. Justin Sutter says 2 since 13 plus. What's that? The Rudy Tooties? What's this? Cowboys 1 chance to salvage any kind of score here. Didn't. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. There we go. Blessy says Seabass is so good that if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, we are. I had a German sausage there. They're good. You're right, Blaze. Oh, they're unbelievable. Best sausage in the business. Best sausage in the business. Seabass is a great place. Great team. So underrated. But final score here, guys. 32-12 with the Sharks. Just too good. Just too good there, man. So, yeah, and I gave you 50% of the try scores. Not too bad. Not too bad. But tomorrow night, guys, we do have the Warriors and Manly, followed by Roosters and Eels. That is a big game there. And Manly is a must-win. It's a must-win game for Manly. They're actually kind of lucky the Cowboys lost. Same with the Roosters, actually. So 2 big games tomorrow, actually. The Warriors are also fighting to stay in third because they lose, then the Storm would probably go above them. Actually, the Storm would go above them when they beat the Dragons. So big games tomorrow. Big games. But guys, I appreciate you as always. Obviously, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. I'm going to jump off, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Boom. See ya.